Most folks in Eberron live their lives hoping to survive and protect the ones they care about the most. A few do that and more, trying to help those around them, even the ones they don't know. But only one group does all that when no one else can. The King's Citadel. The ones who do the job no one else can do. Eberron, the Shield. A star-forged aegis whose strength lies in their shield, their armor, and their will to keep the Citadel and its mission safe. Merime, the Sword. A Kalashtar bard whose dreams have grown more troubled, the sight of her future grown more dim, but whose skill in battle, wisdom in counsel, and love for her sister and the Citadel has grown even stronger. Tantan, the Brain. A dragon-marked human artificer whose jovial demeanor conceals a deep curiosity, razor-sharp intellect, and long memory, with knowledge of what he did for the last war, and what he can or must do for the next one. Lysiana, the Heart. A dragon-marked halfling healer whose love for her sister is matched only by her desire to help and heal the members of the Citadel, even as the threats they face grow stronger and stranger, and even if she herself can't know where the next path might lead. Rowan, the Wild Card. A human wild magic sorcerer who's played a dangerous game for most of his life. Now he's gone all in to save his friends. But will he have the chips to pay if his bet is called? These 5 elite operatives came together to aid the salvage outpost of Salvation, where the Grey hovers nearby, a threat and a promise. With the Oracle of War, they found an artifact powerful enough to end a war, or begin one. They traveled to Sharn, City of Towers, and started to unravel the Oracle's mysteries while stopping assassination attempts from the Emerald Claw and the Nation Thrain. They found Sky Blue, the daring thief somehow tied into the ancient draconic prophecy, and stopped the Claw operative Erulin Karnak before traveling back to Salvation and into the Grey to take down the repurposed Conclave outpost, repel a war-forged invasion, and take the fight to the Lord of Blade's secret fortress, Razorcrag. They found an elemental forge of great power and rescued both hostages from Salvation and the maker of the Oracle of War himself. But the cost, and Braelish soldiers and the mighty floating fortress Argonth, taken by the Lord of Blades himself, was high. Now the King's Citadel must widen their world, traveling to the neighboring countries of Karnath, Thrain, and beyond. They've saved Salvation, navigated Sharn, and neutralized Razorcrag. But can they learn the Oracle's secrets, unmask the Emerald Claw, and stop a war? Only if they remember that in the end all they have is each other and the King's Citadel. Long live the King. Welcome to Eberron. Welcome to Corvair. Welcome to the world beyond Salvation. And as always, we are introduced to the land of Eberron through the power of that soundtrack. So good. Love that so much. I'm so glad that we have that for us. And I am so glad that we are here. It is, welcome everybody. Welcome Evernuts to a Saturday stream. It is September 28th, 2024, in the year of our Lord, Anno Domini, etc., etc. And it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to day 61 of D&D with INB. It is Dungeons & Dragons with Infinity and Beyond. This is Eberron, Oracle of War. This is Stonefire, Part 4. And this is the last adventure of Season 4 of the tale. We are closing in on Season 5, which will be the next to last season of all of this campaign. So very excited about this, and I have a plan in place. We have a plan in place depending on how everything goes for some pretty exciting things down the line. So that is going to be pretty cool. But before we get started, a couple of quick notes here. Want to get rolling as fast as we can. If you have not already done so, please follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube as well with !ArvTube. We are broadcasting over there right now. And if you're watching us over there, welcome. Please consider joining us. Our numbers continue to go up there. We are at a new high of subscribers. So every time you subscribe, which is free for you to do, that really helps us out. So let's continue to push forward with the YouTube subscriptions, and also consider subscribing to us over on Twitch as well, but more about that in a moment. !ArvCord is the Discord channel. You can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Twitter is !ArvTweets. Blue Sky, !ArvSky. TikTok, !ArvTalk. Website, arvaneleron.com. And don't forget to check out Hearthglow, which is the page, the podcast, I should say, dealing with the adventure in between part 2 of Night of the Forbidden Library, which is Return to the Forbidden Library, and part 3, which is Beyond the Forbidden Library. We just had a long recording of that last night at the Klein Memorial Auditorium in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Went super, super well, and Triffid is going to be working on that fairly soon, so we're going to have 3 more of those things coming up over the next few weeks, which is going to be great, and we are moving ahead, as I think we're moving into at least halfway. We might be like 60% of the way through on that. It's really going through. That has been a really lot of fun, so definitely check that out over there and on the YouTube playlist of the same name. Also, Gen GMs, my show that I do on DM and GM tips with Zach Clay. Please keep a lookout for more short and long videos coming from us very soon as well. On the financial front, !ArvTreon is the Patreon, sitting at 14 patrons, 100 per month. We're really trying to push that number up because that is the financial backbone of the channel. Cool stuff for you and cool stuff for everyone else as well. !Arv Shop. I am actually repping the Eberron Oracle of War Infinity and Beyond shirt for this campaign right now as we speak. You can get that cool swag for you and stuff to support the channel as well. You can also get, by supporting the Patreon, I should have mentioned, inspirations to help our players. You can also get that if you support at a high enough tier, if you subscribe at a high enough tier, to get those inspirations as well. So please consider doing that, because those get used all throughout the course of the month for any of our tabletop campaigns. So please consider doing that, because that definitely helps us out and helps you as well. Plus, you get those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. !Icarus is my graphic novel from Athos Arts. !Library, my tales and tomes from the Forbidden Library. That's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And Greyshade is my Greyshade IP. Greyshade, Renegade, and Heretic, the 3 books of the Grey Assassin trilogy, are available from Athos Arts at that link right now. You can also get the audiobook from our very own Trent Sparks, about whom more in a moment. That you can get as well at that link, and you can pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade, being published by Alligator Alley Entertainment and designed by Brandon O'Brien, also about whom more in a moment. That'll be out towards the end of this year, beginning of next year, so please do pre-order that. It is going to be great. The adventure is now pretty much complete except for edits, so we are very happily moving ahead. I'm super excited for it. It's going to be really, really awesome when it comes out. And as always, !BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And !Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message we will do so for others in the future. One quick note that we have to make as well, which is super important, is that we've got our stream going on tonight. We'll be off Sunday and Monday. We'll be off Sunday and Monday. And then on Tuesday, I will be back with the amazing Tari tunes for Beowulf Age of Heroes. And that is going to be the first day of October. So actually, this is the last tabletop game of this. So it's going to be pretty cool. The Expedition beta version, yeah. It's going to be, yes. It's going to be awesome. Do you mean that in reference to Greyshade, Prince Justin, or do you mean that in reference to Expedition? Because I should say we are going to have Expedition coming back. We have some changes coming, but we are going to be making some changes in that, but it is on the way back as well. Plus that Star Wars campaign, don't forget about that. Expedition, yeah. There's more that's going to be coming down that line with more stuff relating to Expedition. So that is going to be happening very soon Indeed. I am super excited about that. So, yes. Beowulf, and then we will have more of Songs of Conquest over on GOG.com's Twitch channel as we move into October, which is going to have a lot of traveling and is going to have a lot of tabletop and is going to have our Halloween show. There's going to be a lot going on, but it's going to be all awesome, every part of it. All right. With all of that said, I am unmuting myself so the folks know we are ready to go, and then I'm going to unmute I already unmuted myself. I'm going to unmute them is what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to head over to reveal the incredible crew. It is not completely full today because we do not have Marie with us for a very good reason. Marie is super busy. You may know that Marie is running a convention known as CanCon, which Jen knows and I know, and Brandon knows as well, for having all been participants in one way or another. And we are going to be there, most of us, either virtually or in person, in a little over a month now, I believe. So Marie is really busy doing that. However, I can now, I think, officially announce, because I think everyone has confirmed this, so I can announce something super cool, which is I am going to be at World Fantasy. I am on programming there, and Marie is going to be at World Fantasy, who is on programming there, and Brandon O'Brien is going to be there on programming as well. So Brandon, Marie, and I are going to, in one place, Niagara Falls, join Tren and Jen and John on that Saturday of World Fantasy, which I think is October 19th, I think. Yeah. So October 19th, again, unless panels conflict, we're going to do it. It'll be there. Trust me. But we are going to do that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Then we have CanCon, and then we will be right back into 2 sessions and onwards from Eberron. So that's going to be a good time. But no Marie tonight, but we do have the awesome and amazing Tren Sparks with us. Tren was just explaining to us how with his mighty hands, one booth was constructed, just bringing them in. He brought everything in just with one hand. Fortunately, it was all constructed out of styrofoam, so it was really easy. And that's how that went, right, Tren? That's pretty much accurate, I think.
That's exactly right, which is why I've taken to drinking mouthwash. We're sponsored tonight by Dr. Tishner's.
Oh man. Yeah. In fact, was not quite as easy as that. But you do have a booth now. It exists. It's in your house, right?
It's in the gaming room where we played D&D. And for the last 8.5, 9 years, when I walk down the hallway, I can see through what would be the living room, but I call the theater because that's where the projector and the couch and all that stuff's gonna be. I can see through there, through the other opening in the room, out into the backyard. But now that's where my booth is, so it's blocking most of that doorway. And if you go through at the right time in the morning, the sunlight that comes in through the window lights up the walls and the walls of the booth the same level, so it looks like somebody's just gone completely cask of Amontillado and just blocked in that wall. And I was like, where'd the backyard go?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you should put some bells in there, just something like that.
And it's just there was this moment of panic, and it still happens because I forget that it's there because I'm not used to using it. But since I put it in there and my production microphone and all that stuff is going in there, I no longer have this. My portable sound booth is not here next to my desk, so I can see directly to my bedroom door.
Yeah.
So every time I walk in, I'm like, oh, what? Something's not right. Right. No,
that's right. I'm gonna have an awesome. I could have a regular sleep schedule and a regular consistent. Oh man, that's gonna be great. I'm so excited for you, Trent. I really am. It's gonna be really awesome.
And my housemate, if he wants to get my attention, and I've got my headphones on, doesn't have to walk in and stomp to get my attention.
Cool.
And I can see him walk in the door. It's amazing.
So it's good. So I'm excited for you about that. How's everything else? And who are you playing tonight? I should have asked that question.
I'm playing. Okay. Tanton. Almost said Weller.
True.
No, not Weller. And not Fifely. I've been talking about those 2 characters with another D&D group.
Okay.
And so they're fresh in my brain.
Gotcha.
But yes, I'm playing Tanton, who is a level artificer. He's a dragon marked human from the House of Making, and he has a mechanical good boy named Spanner. It's just Spanner.
It's
Not
just
Spanner 3.0, not Spanner 3.5, not Spanner
3.125.
5th edition, not advanced
Spanner
Spanner.
next.
No, no.
Spanner 2020. No, Spanner 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. It's just Spanner. Well, it is a great pleasure to have Trent with us as always, and I am again genuinely super happy for you about that booth. It's awesome.
And
And then we have exactly Marie, who is, as we said, will be back with us next month. But right along to Brandon O'Brien, who is with us. Brandon, hello. It is good to see you. How's everything in your neck of the woods and so on? And who are
there
you
woods
playing
there?
this evening? There are woods in Trinidad.
I mean, yeah, trees grow in Trinidad as well.
That's why they call it
hi,
Trinidad.
everybody.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh God,
It was just right there. I just,
it was.
And
I kinda
toboggan.
wanted to know.
So-
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
geez. There we go.
Hi everybody. I'm Brandon O'Brien. I have been very busy, as you know, because you recently saw a thing. Suffice it to say that there will be an update very, very soon on the Grey Shade Kickstarter page.
Yes.
The progress of text as it presently stands. Suffice it to say, we are very excited about the adventure that we have just finished, like the middle draft of, like draft 2 of. And we're very hopeful that when you all get to see it, it's like you're all going to enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the act of writing it. It is wild as hell.
It is really. It's great work.
World building is 95% complete. The book is on its way, folks. We just need to talk to Alligator Alley, get all of the cross all our T's and dot all our I's, as the folks say, and then very, very soon it will all be in your hands. I have been working on so many other things as well that will also be in those folks' hands very soon, and hopefully prototyping a game that I will be demoing in October as well. So I have been working a lot. I actually haven't slept in at least 30 hours. So immediately after this call, I'm gonna immediately become unconscious. But right now, I am still awake enough to continue making the terrible decisions of one Rowan Shallow, who I'll be playing this evening. So if Rowan's magic gun just goes off, you know that it's not Rowan's fault this time. This time it's all my fault.
His character's slumped over his gun arm, like just
Mm-hmm.
You're just going to blame Tanton, you know that.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
yes. Narratively, that is the thing that I will do.
I am very excited, Brandon. Always a pleasure. Good stuff. Yes. And again, Grey Shade, the role-playing game. Obviously, I'm biased, but it's really wonderful work by Brandon. It's going to be awesome. Okay, moving right up to the person wearing that awesome shirt. It's my great pleasure to welcome Jennifer Brozek in. That's an awesome shirt, Jen. So first of all, where'd you get said shirt? Secondly, how's everything going? And thirdly, who are you playing tonight?
I honestly don't remember where I got the shirt. I would like to say it was a Gen Con thing, but most likely it was some convention I was at. And I went, oh, hey, that's black. And it's got a dragon. And when I don't feel like dressing up for Nisiana, that works.
It works. Exactly.
I spent 8 days in Utah.
And live to tell about it.
Yeah, well, when we were driving through, we drove there. So when we hit Idaho, the not pretty part of Idaho, and I'm like, oh God, I can actually feel my skin drying because I'm no longer in the Pacific Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
And we got up to 4,200 feet. I lived at 4,200 feet for 8 days and like between 80 and 90 degrees. So my nose is sunburned. We went on a couple of nature walks and stuff early in the morning before it got too hot. But it was a very nice family visit. There were a lot of teenagers. There was a lot of my husband's side of the family has a lot of kids. So I had 3 on one to visit on one day, and then there were 4 boys between 8 and 16. And like I said before, it was noise covered in dirt. But it was actually a very nice visit. And then of course there were 3 dogs that were all very big. I got home this week sometime and immediately had to catch up on, because I actually took a vacation. Like, I didn't like look at email. I know.
It's amazing. It's awesome.
I mean, I opened things up to see how much email was coming in to see if I was like,
Sting, sting, 100,
fire.
1,000,
No,
1,001.
nothing appears to be on fire.
Yeah.
It can wait.
Yeah.
And so that was very nice. But now I'm catching up. And I don't know if you follow my blog. I posted a Bubble and Squeak today. I was like, I'm not overwhelmed, but I'm kind of whelmed right now. Like, there's a lot going on. I'm finishing up my the second Shadowrun anthology I'm editing with John. I'm writing a novel. I'm managing a magazine. And on top of it, I'm running for Syphilis president.
Yes.
Since they announced it everywhere.
Now it can be told.
It's a lot. It's a whole lot. But I'm very glad to be here. I'm missing Marie, but you know, I will see her in, like, for me, like 32 days because I'm spending time at her house.
Awesome.
She just sent hugs via Discord.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Sending
Aw.
hugs from afar. See, there you go.
So there's that. There's other stuff. Oh, while I was gone, like mail packed, I have an award. It came in. I got the statue and everything. I managed to open it like yesterday. And I thought, oh, this is really pretty. I should get pictures. And then I went back to work. So hopefully sometime next week I'll get pictures of the new award.
Nice.
And like with the book and then stuff and the things. But right now I am playing Nisiana DiGerasco, who believes in you. She is the halfling healer from the House of Healing. And in this oh so subtle group, she is probably, I would say she's not the most subtle. I mean, on the outside, we all look at John's character. But the magic starts flying, and then we look, hi, target right here.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we're doing a lot of that right now.
Yep, you and Tanton are waving around the dragon marks like no one's business.
Yes, we are.
Yep.
He's got the whoosh
Yep.
coming off of his arms, and I've got the swirling dragons.
That's how Rowan compensates with walls of fire everywhere, just like every so often.
Yeah, but they're very useful most of the time.
Oh, no, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
So,
sometimes you just want to separate yourself from your enemies with fire.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll take it.
I think I just realized what Nisiana's glowing dragon forehead thing reminds me of. At the end of Stargate, when Ra is like just about to, and the center of his head starts glowing and everything, and that's what I figure it looks like.
Well, that's the beginning. I think mine's prettier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Much prettier.
Definitely.
I'm all about the pretty. So that's me. And if there's anything else I'm supposed to mention right now, I don't. It's that ball is dropped right now.
That ball is dropped.
It's not on fire. So.
But it is always a pleasure to have Jen with us. And also a pleasure to have John with us. John, I forgot to ask as well to elevate. Every time I look at this, it cracks me up because it looks like John is 5 years old because the camera is like so low.
I mean, it's my chair actually.
You know, it's
There. Is that better?
John is actually pretty tall in real life, so it's always funny to me to see like people being like. I ran into a group of people that I only knew. Actually, this group of people are from D&D that I played with my folks on GOG, and when I met them in Europe last month, they were all like, oh, like we were all looking at each other trying to figure out heights. It's like, you're taller than I thought. They're like, I was like, yeah. They're like, are you, how? I was like 6'3". You're like, yeah, you're okay. Cause obviously you don't get that on a camera. So, but John is also tall, in IRL. But John, how are you besides being tall? How's life in the universe with you, and who are you playing tonight?
Must have been an echo of when I was, an infant, a warforged infant.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Good. Summer is summering here, or autumn is autumning, which is not too bad. So things are fine. It's almost, this year's gone by fast. This month has gone by so ridiculously fast. I sent that email out, so it should be in your inbox.
Yay. Thanks.
Yes. So we'll hopefully get a consensus. Anyways, yeah. Let's, there's a knock at the door, and I'm playing Ilarion, the Warforged, Starforged Aegis.
So subtle.
And well, we've come through the first part of this pretty well, all things considered. Not gonna lie.
Yep. So
But
far, so good.
It was only part one.
That's right.
And let's see if we get through the second part as well. So are we in combat time? Or
Not at the moment. No, you are currently in between combat. Not that there's another combat coming at any point. I'm just saying that, you know.
I'm gonna real quick then.
That sounds exactly like the kind of thing a DM
Actually-
says just before combat happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'll have you do you're gonna do your summary real quick, and then I'll have my
Yes.
action, which is at the ready. So
Sounds
I think
like a
we're
plan.
ready to go.
It sounds like a plan. It's great to have these folks with us. I'm moving over to the map screen now. Let's fire up a little bit of music. I think I had us playing the Defiled Temple for no reason, you know, just saying. So we join our intrepid crew, the King's Citadel, as they are currently at the Chapel of the Silver Flame. I should say the capital of the Silver Flame, the capital of Thrain. And the reason for this is that they have been sent to try to broker peace between the nations of Brayland and Thrain, who are right now on the razor's edge of conflict, engendered at least openly engendered by two factors. The first factor being the Lord of Blades, who has, in the process of staking its claim to the Mournland and to many areas around it, is assembling. I'm teaching Lord of the Rings, so we're at the part where he is summoning all armies to him. So he's summoning all armies to him, as they say, of Warforged, and is seeking the Oracle of Bones, which will let him find the elemental forge that would let him produce these creatures at great speed, and that would be bad. That is the backdrop against which we want to avoid conflict now between Thrain and Brayland, because the other factor is that's causing this conflict is the presence of this artifact, the Oracle of War, which I would say is somewhere between the King's Citadel's vision of this now is somewhere between doggedly determined not to let it fall into the hands of its enemies and also nightmarishly frustrated with its presence because it just seems to cause a lot of problems whenever it's around, because it is fundamentally an imbalancing artifact at its core. In the first couple of sessions when they arrived in Thrain, the first session they met with Jayla, who is the keeper of the flame and the head of basically the order and the head of the theocracy of Thrain. And then something bad happened, which is that a character who is one of the members of the Undying Court, showed up in what looked like projection form and basically explained that she was swearing vengeance against the party, which, in fairness, did execute this person's partner and another member of the Undying Court in a previous adventure on the way here, though that was largely because that person had walked in, demanded the Oracle of War, the party said no, they got into a fight, and the next thing you know, this is what happens. Nonetheless, the Undying Court does not seem inclined to be understanding, and instead said that they would wreak vengeance upon not only them, but the nation of Brayland, at which point she uttered the word Stonefire, and all hell broke loose, because half of the people in this place, so it appears, all elves, are apparently unwittingly and unknowingly sleeper agents of the Undying Court. And so now a bunch of them are attempting to kill and destroy the party and Jayla, the keeper of the Silver Flame. And that would be super bad, because even if the party itself never made it out, or even if it did make it out alive, then obviously people are going to go, wait, the keeper of the Silver Flame died? Wait, you were there with them? Isn't your nation at war with them? And all of a sudden you can see how... I don't know. Take a look at the history of World War I and look up Franz Ferdinand if you want to know what a flashpoint means. Anyway, that's what we want to avoid in this situation. And so the party managed to fight their way through and out, defeating some elven champions. They also managed to avoid being crushed by a falling airship, and managed to get out of the way of that, which could have been a real problem, and managed to get into the room that you see before you on the map. And just at the very end of our last session, Jayla came in, locked the door behind them, and then looked at this statue, which is a statue of a warrior in plate armor, and explained that this was a statue of the paladin Tira Miron, who is the paladin who sacrificed herself to bind the demon Belshalor, that is one of the Lords of Dust, and it is the reason that the Silver Flames religion exists. And this, therefore, is essentially the voice of the Silver Flame, and this statue is obviously one of their highest, most important religious figures that they have. They were like, that's great religion, and then they heard knocks on the door, specifically 3 knocks, pounding knocks from outside, and that was where we brought our session to a close. So as we bring our session up again today, it is right after you have heard those echoing knocks from the door. What would you like to do?
Who is it? No. Is there any other just a pounding at the door, or is there any other someone?
That depends on how long you wait.
outside?
It depends on how long you wait. So it went off about 5 seconds ago, and so the echoes are still going through.
As Shen had said, does someone like Merame have a way? She does not have clairvoyance. I thought she did, but apparently not. Nope.
She has telepathy with all of you, but
But you know what there is a freaking, well, it's a window, but it's not a great window.
She had detect thoughts.
She does.
Not on her. No.
Oh,
Unless
oh,
I'm missing
does it?
something.
She
Mockery, prestidigitation, minor illusion, thunderwave, dissonant whispers.
does she
Whispers?
need?
Excuse me?
I thought she used her telepathy to sense within a certain radius.
Oh, that thing. Yes. Hang on a second. I gotta look at her. Mind link. Any creature you can see.
Ah,
It makes it a little difficult.
there's no way to
I-
actually see outside.
Well, I went to the window.
right. So the windows, I
Yeah.
will say, the windows unfortunately are not angled the right way. They are both actually angled to the left and right, but not straight. You can't like look out. They're not
But
a
is
security
someone?
window, unfortunately.
Yeah, but since it's facing the gate we just came through, are anyone coming from that direction?
You don't see anyone coming towards it, no. But whoever's standing in front of the door, you wouldn't be able to see from
You're
here.
right, because
And speaking of them,
architecture not their strong suit. Yeah.
speaking of them, 3 more pounding knocks on the door.
I asked Jella if she know it. Is there a way to find out who that is without opening the door?
I
Got
don't.
it. Oh,
I don't believe so. Although it is possible we could simply call out to them, but of course that's not a good idea. I don't know who it could be, and I'm not sure how to see through this, I'm afraid.
ooh. What? Arv, give me 1 second here.
Okay.
That I haven't used in literally since like level 1.
Well, you have a Starforge listen through door feature that I wasn't aware of.
Hold on. Smarty pants. Oh wait, nope, that's not gonna work.
Problem is, you
While
have to be.
this is happening,
Yes, Ron.
Yeah.
I think I may have a solution to this problem.
Does it involve a wall of fire?
It does not. It does not involve a wall of fire.
Okay.
I don't need to see who I'm casting message to.
You don't need to see. Oh, yeah, that's what you just put up there. You need to be
Yes.
familiar with them, though, and know it is beyond the barrier. I thought about that too, but
A creature within range. We don't even know what's out there. All right, my detect good and evil does not work because it only works on unearthly beings or undead, and I doubt they're that. So, dang it.
Where would we go from here?
and she says, right beyond there, actually, and she points to the doors on the other side of the room. Through there, into the library, and then there is a secret passage. At least, it was secret. I hope it hasn't been discovered by now, but it has traditionally been the case that no one is to know of it except for the Keeper. I, therefore, am hopeful that that is a place that we can find relative safety.
So to be sure, there's no one else who should be following you down this path.
No. In fact, the only ones that would be following me at this point would be, well, I don't know, perhaps if the Cardinals, Torazun, and the rest of them found us, but they wouldn't go this way at this point. They would have gone the other direction, I assume.
Are any of them elves?
And she pauses, and then she kind of, her face grows like very grim, and she says, yes, I suppose that's true, but not all elves were affected by this. Yes, there are some who were spared of it, or spared it.
Well, by virtue of the fact that they were knocking rather than just pounding, it is a sentient person. So either it is a friend who needs help, or it is an enemy who would like us to open the door. We take our chances.
It's also silent outside, by the way. There's no further knocking.
Arv, would I agree that they were knocking on the door and not pounding on it? I mean,
They
there's actually a difference.
They did pound, but it wasn't like open in the name of, it wasn't like that. It was just, these are big doors, so it was like sort of 3 times each.
I draw my pistol and open the door.
All right.
Okay. You throw open the door to discover nothing. No one is there.
Cool, we lost our chance. Close the door. I guess we should keep going then.
And Jayla kind of looks at you and looks at the rest of you, and then
Arv, I move to the other window.
Okay.
Do I see anything over here?
you do not. Other than, some bodies, but like nothing.
Well, yeah,
nothing,
yeah.
So, yes.
So it doesn't look like from either of the windows like someone is walking away from us.
It does not.
Screw it, let's go. I've had enough
Can I
of this.
look up first and see if there's a window or anything up?
Well, what do you mean by the 2 windows that you see are the ones that I mentioned
Okay.
that I mentioned right there. There are also, I should say, also on the walls are a few decorative murals which seem to be telling the story of the statue. If you had to guess, it looks like they're murals of Tira Miron's sacrifice, because you can see demons and the Battle of the
Mostly, I
Paladin.
just wanted to make sure this wasn't like the Gyno Sphinx where they crashed through the.
Doesn't
this-
look like it. You don't see anything at the. I mean, maybe they could, but you don't see anything there now.
Well, then let's keep going.
Okay.
Arv, but while we're doing this, I want to use my bracelet of Cure Light Wounds one time
Okay.
as we go.
All right. Go ahead and let me know where
D8,
we're at.
D8 plus 5, is that correct?
Correct.
Go. I'll take it. That's 9 points.
Okay.
All right, so that puts me at 87.
87. Your Aegis is sitting at 22, or is that still relative to?
No, that is correct. No, it's not relative. It's
Okay.
its own pool. It's 22.
That's what I thought. Okay, cool.
All right, that makes me
All
feel a
right.
little better.
So now you come up to the door, and she comes up to it and bows in front of it, and she says, she sort of says just before she does this, I do not hear anything within. I would ask you to remain somewhat quiet as we go through. This is a place of some holiness, and noise would be noticed if there is anyone waiting for us.
Greg, I stay within 5 feet of her at all times.
Okay, yeah, and I think you had been doing that. Your aura of life is dropped thou know, right? I believe we said.
Yes, actually it is.
okay.
It is dropped.
Just want to make sure. Okay. Okay. So, and everyone else is positioned more or less where they want to be, I assume. I'll move her up there.
Actually, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Then, in that case, the door opens to reveal
Look out!
you Blogothus.
I'm
You're
doomed.
doomed. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Just a moment. Okay. So the door opens to reveal what looks like a medium-sized, I suppose, library. There are shelves of books lining the walls of the room, and in the center of the room is a long table with several books and loose parchment and half-rolled maps scattered across its surface. And she passes in here and then goes up to the top here to the north and looks at the doors and then turns around in satisfaction and says, "Good, it is as I had hoped. No one has been through here, as I would have expected. It is supposedly only the Keeper of the Flame who is allowed through those doors to the north, but who knows with the situation as we now find them." And so...
Rowan, care to join us in the next room?
Yep.
There we go.
And
Did she close the doors, or do we? I want to make sure the doors are closed.
you can do that, for sure.
Okay.
And she says, since we wish to continue to go, unless you have any business here, we should continue to move. And she moves over. You can, if you want to take a look around quickly, you could, or we could just be like, no, we're just blowing through. It's up to you how you want to do it. But she's just going over to do this.
I do want to take a look.
Okay. Anything specific you're looking for by chance, Rowan? I mean, type of thing that you're looking for.
I mean, the Keeper of the Silver Flame is a politically useful figure, so it stands to reason that in this room, matters of political import are taking place. And I essentially just want to take a look around to see if there are any maps or official political documents that give the impression that any important business had taken place here regarding the war or any of the Silver Flame's engagements with other parties.
Or Braylon specifically, I would imagine.
Well, yes.
Let me
But
have
anybody else in the event that something we missed.
Let me have you make an investigation check for me, please.
Investigation. Oh, I'm bad at that.
Oh, pff.
5.
You're like,
I learned nothing.
I believe there are books. You're like, where are we? No, it's not that bad. I will say though,
He's like, oh, kindling, wall of fire.
yes,
Ow!
exactly. we need to stay warm. Okay. So no, none of that. But what I can tell you, even with the investigation doesn't reveal much, but what you do know is that there are several maps on the table, which I'll describe in a second. And there are a couple of books that you can see that involve apparently the history of Thrain and the Church of the Silver Flame. But some of the open books, and again, this you can do even without an investigation check, there are 1 or 2 books about Brayland, and one of the maps that is open is what looks like a map of Brayland and Sharn, more specifically like Inset. Now, that does not have, before I overstate the case, there are not like pins put in it and like, lines and like
Silver Flame's
miniatures
plans for world
exactly.
domination.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It did none of that. But there are things up there, although it occurs to you, Rowan, that probably it's not a secret that they have been very worried about war with Brayland, so it wouldn't be that shocking if that's what was going on here. But yes, you do see things like that, but nothing specific beyond it.
I turn to Jella and go, is there anything in this room that would be bad to have stumble into the wrong hands? Because if there is, you should get those things before we leave.
She nods and she says, I had thought of the same thing, but I don't believe there's anything here that would be particularly useful to them. Anything which is truly secret is stuff which are things which I maintain on my person. And more specifically, and she kind of taps her head, she says, I have been asked since I was a child to memorize all of the historical moments and religious rituals of the flame, and I know them all backwards and forwards. And you were aware, Rowan, for just a moment, that this 11-year-old is referencing when I was a child, right? So apparently a young
I was just
child.
thinking that.
I was thinking about
Yeah.
something like the Dalai Lama, right? It was like raised from birth to be a spiritual and religious leader in this particular case. Yeah.
Kid, you do know you are still at the present moment a child.
And she
You know that, right?
kind of turns away. She was reaching for a book on the wall over on the side, and she sort of hesitates, and she turns back to you, and she says, I am not allowed to be aware of that often. And I think you can make an insight check on this, Rowan. Yes, exactly.
I
good choice.
definitely will.
Mhm.
Insight 14.
Her tone is filled with sadness. That might be the way you would describe it. This seems like someone who is had to grow up much earlier than anyone should be expected to.
So in my deck of cards,
Mm-hmm.
I've redrawn the colored Joker to be me before I lost my arm, juggling 3 live bombs.
Okay.
And I just look at her for a bit and go, I think something just fell out of that book, and then I Like with sleight of hand, I just slide out that cloaker as if it's falling out of the book in front of her.
So she picks it up and she looks at it, and then she looks at you and she says, I see. Is there a message here for me?
I mean, the message should have been a brief chuckle, but I guess we're gonna have to work on that long term in the future.
And with not a single chuckle, she solemnly hands the card back to you. I have to say that she does not look angry. She's just sort of like, and she's just,
Mm-hmm.
and you wonder, Rowan, a little bit whether this is a person who has ever been allowed to laugh.
Yeah. Well, Nisiana just sort of whispers to Rowan, time and a place.
You guys should do that mentally too.
Understood. Let's keep going then.
I just picture her. She's handing it back, going, ha 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 ha.
Well,
That
this
would be so much worse.
while this is going on, I was trying to make sense of what exactly is going on or was going on the table. Like, what kind of meeting was this? Was it given my experience with, I don't know, war planning?
Yeah, you don't see any pieces of like obvious like military like,
obvious,
things like that. But I mean, there are certainly
Braylish's past campaigns and how their military operates. The books on the table.
A lot of information about
or what?
No, there's a lot of information. Actually, you know what? Do an investigation check for me. This will tell me how much you can figure out quickly. Because technically, if you wanted to spend hours, but obviously you don't have.
Yeah, we don't have that. All right, well, here goes nothing. 11.
Yeah, I mean,
by the way, concentrating just on the table and what's on it. I'm not going looking for bookshelves, just what was pulled out and placed here.
The thing you can say without, obviously looking at every title on the table, but definitely maps. There are a couple of books relating to you could just sort of see like on the pages, the topography of Brayland and like the borders of Brayland, and also other like a lot of historical stuff that you just sort of quickly note, like Braylish historical allies and stuff like that. It seems like someone was trying to gather information about Brayland that they had themselves. So
and the green closed book, the red closed book, and the gray closed book it looks like they're actually holding the maps down. I'm going to assume that they're not closed for a reason.
That's what it appears to be. That's right.
All right. Yeah. All right. In that case, we should be moving.
And as you have all been sort of looking a little bit, she pulls several books from the shelf, and suddenly one of the bookshelves pivots to reveal Blagothkus. No, to reveal stairs.
Just imagine there's an opening there
leading down.
Yeah,
I know.
Draw one.
I love these battle maps, but I'm not entirely sure why that's not there. But anyway, yes. And it is a staircase that is leading down here into darkness that you can see. And even when the door is open, this room is very quiet. If you've ever been in a room, I used to love this, by the way, growing up as a kid. My dad had a lot of books, and so I would, and he had his study set up as like the shelves. You could like walk in the shelves, you know what I mean, and like walk among them. And I always used to love going there because it was so quiet. Because you could walk in there and it's just all the books, kind of keep us silent. That's very much what this feels like. And when the door opens to reveal the stairs, there is a rush of air from down below, and you can hear some distant, like the sound of movement, not creatures, but like definitely it's picking up on the rumbling of conflict outside that the library might have blocked out. And Jayla points at it and says, "This is our way." Hey, Lady Passion.
I'm going to go down first to make sure that I trust that hopefully it has not been disturbed or is not known, but I'm going to go down first and make sure that nothing untoward lies in wait for us.
Okay.
I am actually flying down the hallway.
Okay.
So I will not be touching the stairs.
I was going to say, not a very tall hallway, be aware. So
Yeah, I'll kind of lift my legs up a little bit. Yeah.
Well, you're already hovering. Do you really need to fly?
Hey, I've always counted that hovering and flying are two different things.
Okay.
So, and I believe that Arv would probably do the same thing.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
mean,
can still be. I mean,
it's functionally the
tech-
same here, but
here, yeah. Well, if it is, then I'll just stay hovering. If that does the job, because technically, when I'm hovering, I can still be quote knocked off my feet, although it's harder to do so. When I'm flying, it's very hard to do so. So,
Okay.
but if the hover works here, then that's what I'll do. But I'm still going down. My motes are on, so I can see Arv. So
okay.
and I'm gonna head to the bottom. I'm sword is out. My spikes are up. I'm ready for anything to come out at me.
How about the order for everybody else? Mostly going single file. There may be a little room here and there that you could stand abreast, but mostly in single file.
I want them to wait until I get to the bottom before entering the stairway.
Okay.
I'm literally scouting ahead.
Well, the stairs. So the stairs descend about 100 feet. So that's a pretty long way.
We'll go then. I'll go about 25 feet ahead of them.
Okay, that's fine. So then order for everybody else, please. Who wants to go in what order?
Well, the person who knows where we're going is Jayla.
So right behind him, maybe behind Valerian.
I'm just kind of debating whether or not I want to be in front of her or behind her.
Yeah.
Be in front of her.
Okay.
Me, you, Jayla. We will put. Or actually, you know what? Let me have Mirame go ahead of her. You go behind
then
her.
I can be behind her.
And then
Where do Rowan and
where
do Rowan and Tantum want to go? And Spanner.
Tangent and Spanner bringing up the rear.
Okay. Is that okay,
Yeah.
Rowan? Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Same thing I was thinking.
All right. So I'm just gonna move you all in the rough, since I don't have room for everybody on the stairs right now.
Pack us in there.
That's the basic idea. Okay.
Spanner doesn't rough.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's true.
Ah.
Nice work. Leonardo DiCaprio meme of holding up the drink. Okay. So after you move down probably about 60 feet, I would say. So Larian, you're about the 60-foot mark. The others are about maybe 35, 40 feet.
Doesn't turn into the chambers where it's just an open staircase. It's just a corridor with the walls.
It becomes a slide, and no, it doesn't.
Well, I was thinking, Fellowship of the Ring.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
The rest of the passage, though, not that, but the rest of the passage is filled with loose rubble, and there's a loud boom which echoes from up above, and the walls shudder, and the ground quakes beneath your feet, and large cracks form along the ceiling and walls, and several pieces of rubble drop from the ceiling onto the piles already scattered along the floor. Still passable, but obviously the conflict going above is affecting stuff down here.
We must move faster.
That was one thing I was going to say. The other thing I wanted to note is just light source. So I know you can see, but how are you having everyone else see, including Jayla? Jayla offers to light the way, says that she has a way to do it, but it's up to you.
I'm fine with her lighting the way. Unless it makes her a target. In which case, we can use something else.
And then 25 feet ahead, you see my motes, which actually give off enough light to see by there. So you're following me, which isn't too hard. But amongst you, yeah, it's probably pretty dark. So.
Okay, so that means there isn't. Okay, so she.
Real quick, Arv, how wide is this passageway?
It's about maybe 7 or 8 feet.
That'll work.
It's not super wide.
Okay.
So
This area that's cracked. I'm going to stop here and brace my tower shield against the ceiling and then get Mirame. Mirame's going to take my place ahead.
Okay. By the time you get down to the bottom of the stairs, though, you won't be. It's taller than that. It would be maybe down there is maybe 20, 25 feet high. So you wouldn't.
Well,
be able
I just want to
lift
get
it out
past
there.
this part that's cracked.
Right. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Mirame's going to. Is there? And there's no light ahead. It's just black.
That's right.
Mirame have. Hold on a second. I got to see something.
Doesn't her sword glow?
It is what the hell is it? Good question.
I can't remember.
Although, you know what? I think she can do isn't sound or image of an object. Blah blah blah. Voice.
1 second.
Image
Fixing
cannot
issue with
create
sun.
light. Okay.
Back in a second.
Okay. Yep. That's fine. I gotta figure out. Okay, she cannot. Or minor illusion cannot cast light. Prestidigitation, is that the one? Magical trick. Shower of sparks, puff of wind.
Yep, you can instantly light or snuff. Oh, Mm.
Yeah, well, she doesn't carry that though. Trend is also gone. I thought he had light stones at some point.
Or Rowan?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Either of you guys have a light spell? Grab a chunk.
Do
'Cause
I?
I know that Kalistars do not have.
Oh, I have the like cantrip.
Oh wait, so do
Ah,
I.
well, they're. All right, look, you two.
Oops.
When do you light
I
a
am
rock?
very sleepy. That's my excuse.
Yeah, okay, that's
Um,
fair. Jen, you have no excuse. Light a rock and give it to Mirame, and she will scout ahead to the bottom. And I'm
I can
gonna
do that. It's
yeah,
a cantrip for me.
Right. It's a cantrip for I think every mage.
Yeah.
Or metric.
20-foot radius. And
Yeah, okay,
dim
good.
light for another 20 feet.
Perfect.
Okay.
So,
Thanks, everyone.
all right. So we actually did find out people have the light spell, a cantrip.
I forgot.
2 of them. Anyways.
Okay.
So Mirame is going to switch places with me. I'm going to hold up the section just in case there's a problem. Everyone's going to go past me, and she's going to scout down to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
He does have a light source now, so she would be technically a visible target. Just letting you know.
Okay. So, so she makes her way ahead. As you walk along, you can hear every so often, like upstairs, as if things are impacting the surface. And Jayla says, her voice echoing a little bit in the tunnel, she says, "We are several hundred feet now below the surface of the city. This was a passage we used for escape before. I don't think that anyone could have broken through this, but I don't know for sure. I hope that we will arrive to find there's something left." And again, I need Alarian for Merime to make a survival check for me, please.
Right. Good thing she actually has a pretty good survival skill. Sounds like she's gonna need it. And she rolled. Nice. 24.
So, Merime scouting ahead sees as another one of those. There are several cracks across the floor here. And as she kind of walks up just to the edge and kind of looks at it, your guess is, or her guess, I should say, this definitely is a more unstable area of floor. But the, not that the floor would collapse, but rather that maybe the walls and ceiling. So you're in an unstable mine shaft or the equivalent of it. So how do you want to proceed?
Well, she will let everyone know through the mind link that, yeah, not good. Basically, what you said. Like, there's more cracks in the ceiling here and the floor now. So, her guesstimate, which I will certainly back up, is that we need to get out of here quickly.
I'll agree.
She's going to. The cracks are. She can step over. They're wide enough that it's that much of a problem, like to jump or something. Or
No, she should be able to step over it. It's less the concern about the floor and more like the ceiling and those sorts of things that are more evident. That's the real question.
All right. Again, let's and she will say we need to move more quickly, and Ilarion will agree, but they're going to stay put, holding that ceiling up, and then bring up the rear of the party now.
Okay.
And we're going to try to, I think, just make it to the bottom of the platform and come out of this staircase.
Okay, that sounds.
Is where Mermaid's going.
Since you are in darkness, it's an appropriate time for me to remove the darkness or add darkness for everybody else. So, pay no attention to the
Anything.
to the map behind the curtain. Okay, so she continues down that way, and as she does, as you all sort of pass through it, there's a moment where you get to the other side of it, and there's some like little small stones and rocks and sort of bits of wall fall onto the floor behind you, which is a little troubling, but does not actually, like, nothing collapses, but the whole place feels very much unstable. Every so often, some dust rains down from above you as and dust rains down as you all sort of hurry along. Charming place, truly. After another few minutes or so, as you're making your way along at a decent pace, I need another survival check, please.
From Mermaid?
Yes, because Mermaid's in front, right?
Yep, she still is, yes.
Okay.
25.
Okay.
Apparently, she's a dungeon delver and didn't even know it.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, listen, obviously, dungeoneering was made for her.
Uh-huh.
So once again, there are cracks in the floor and in the ceiling, and again, more rubble. The noise here sounds a little bit, or the explosions, I should say, sound a little bit closer to you than they did before, to Maramé than they did before.
That's not good.
But I don't mean that to mean that they're like right next to you. It's just that you might be gradually making your way towards the surface, which means you are definitionally moving closer to where the explosions are happening.
Wait, we're going down, right?
You went down. You are now, having gone down in this tunnel underneath the ground, it might be slightly going back up again. It would be slowly sloping, though. It's not obviously moving up.
Okay. All right. Okay. She will go until finds an opening or a crack she needs to jump over, or something just too big to pass, or it looks like too dangerous. But she will pass back. Hey, there are cracks about, again, 25 feet ahead of the party, so approach with caution.
Question: how is there a particular way that the party is going over, like in terms of like speed or anything like that? Like, are there any other areas that any other preparations or things they're doing to move over those areas? I guess is my question.
I still stick close to Jayla. Basically, I am small. Therefore, if I necessary can be by her side, if I can have a hold of her hand, if she'll do it, I am basically, if anything happens, floors fall, ceilings fall, I'm right there. That is the one thing that I am doing. I'm also very light, and
Okay.
she's an 11-year-old girl, so the two of us together probably don't weigh that much.
Yeah, so about that.
Yeah.
So, Valerian's gonna retract the shield.
Okay.
And going to move even between people until he reaches both. Jella, is that her name?
Jayla.
Jayla.
By the end of this adventure, we'll all know her.
As
I had to write it out
It is
phonetically.
all Trent's fault. He started this last time.
Yep.
Jayla and Luciana, and I will pick them both up because if the floor falls, well, I can fly.
Okay.
For now, it is more important that we get out of this tunnel intact rather than I will sacrifice having to put them down and get my weapon out. And right now, it is protecting them, Jayla and Luciana both. That is I think the biggest thing, especially with the instability of this passageway.
Okay, so
There we go.
So you're picking up which people specifically?
Jayla and Luciana both.
Jayla and Luciana. Okay. Maramé and Tantin and Rowan and Spanner are all
On
going
your own.
Are,
go ahead.
Are all going ahead on sort of as normal, obviously not flying. What are you going over? Same speed, half speed? Are you parkouring off the walls?
No,
I meant that for them. I want to know from them. Like, what speed are they going at? Slash other things you're doing, not just speed, but like, is there anything else you're doing? And if the answer is nothing, that's fine. I just want to make sure I know the disposition of the party.
Yeah, I don't think anything has changed. Although I am listening out specifically. Like, Rowan's particular concern is that there are people here. So I guess I'm keeping an ear out to make sure that we aren't like potentially being ambushed down here.
Okay. Tantin, what about you?
How big is this spot in the floor that's...
Well, the region of that, like the cracks in the floor seem to correspond with cracks in the wall and rubble from the ceiling. So it's more that stuff rained from the ceiling. So, it's not that the cracks look likely to collapse. You just don't know what's going on with the walls and ceiling in those areas.
Okay.
So.
Then Tantin and Span are going to kind of slowly pick their way through the
debris, etc. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. As you do so, there's the quiet kind of rumbling and sort of shaking, and more dust falls, and some more pieces of rock fall from the wall. If Jayla's right, and this is below the sort of city itself, you don't know what the hell's going on up top, but if it reach down here, it is shaking the city apparently quite literally to its foundations. You managed to make it across though without issue. And after about another, I would say 9 or 10 minutes of travel, there is one, as you're sort of passing along, I need Merime, who I think is still in well, you're carrying Merime. So I need...
No, I'm carrying Nisiana.
Oh, that's right, Merime's
ahead.
ahead. So, right, so I need Merime to make another survival check, please.
That one wasn't so good, 14.
Okay. Continues to make her way across. Merime thinks that just at the edge of the light that's cast ahead, maybe another few hundred feet in front, maybe sees the bottom of a staircase in front of her.
She will notify everyone. She believes that's what she sees. Well, cautiously, she'll slow to half speed now and cautiously approach.
Okay. As she cautiously approaches and walks across, more little bits of rubble and dust rain down on her. And there is a moment where she looks and sees there are these support pillars which are kind of melded into the wall, I guess I would say. Several of those support pillars have become exposed. And as she looks up and walks through, she can physically see one of the pillars slightly leaning, and almost she hears like cracking. Now, not a cracking like instantaneous fall, but definitely it is under enormous strain as there's more dust and rubble coming from above.
I think... and this is what she says. If there's ever a time to run, I think it is now. Like, right now. And she will take off to get beyond that to the bottom of the staircase.
Is everyone else following suit?
Yeah.
Okay. And to be clear, I believe we said that it was Rowan is second to last, Tanton and Spanner in last, as we're running along. Okay. Mm-hmm. I need the two of you then, actually the three of you, Tanton, Spanner, and Rowan, to make dexterity saving throws, please, because as you pass over, indeed the walls and ceiling, the pillar begins to give way, and gives way completely just as you're running underneath it. So I need to see how far ahead of it you got before it gave way. Hey, Drew.
Cool.
18, okay. 14, okay. And what about Spanner? 13, okay. Tanton, you were able to let's take Rowan first. Rowan, you were able to get forward several steps in front, just as several large rocks fall down behind you. Tanton, I would say that you were able to almost have to like dive roll or something the equivalent, like sort of jump forward right at the end. Spanner, however, is not quite that lucky. There's a massive set of rocks which fall as the pillar gives way. And so Spanner is not totally able to get clear of it.
Spanner 3.0!
Why are you so mean to her, a good boy?
Just the messenger. Okay. Spanner is going to take 38 points of bludgeoning damage as these rocks pound down. But you do see, as that happened, my two cats started running, chasing each other across the office. Thank you, cats. That was exactly right. Yes, so 30, what did I say, 38?
Yeah.
So I think we're at 44, Trent, is that right?
You're asking me to do math?
No, it'd be 34, I think. Actually, I can do math. Yes, 34 out of 72. So, rockfall, everyone dies. No, not quite. But as you get to the other side of it, there's this moment's pause while, the classic, the dust continues to fill the room, like behind you, the tunnel behind you, and you're all sort of looking back at it, and Jayla says, "We had better hope there's nothing back there for us. There's no going back now." And indeed, the entire passageway now seems filled with rocks and stone and debris. But you're at the foot of a staircase, is the good news, that's leading upwards.
Does the staircase seem relatively solid?
Yes. This staircase seems solid, and it looks almost as if you had to guess, you'd say you don't know whether you know enough to know if it's like newer stone, but this whole area looks more stable, possibly because it's the underside of another building or other kind of structure, something like that.
All right, I will set those two down and then
Hey, Tom.
move up with Maramé to.
Hold on a second.
do the
My
scouting.
cat is eating
Oh.
leaves. He's not supposed to. Sorry.
Boris, what do you expect them to do with them?
Yeah, exactly.
It was this cat that was responsible. This cat.
Oh my God! Look at that
Oh my
fur
God.
ball!
that's so-
Look at that fur ball!
Everybody drink water or
Oh.
Fresca.
I should get a
I
drink.
need to get more Fresca.
Or green energy monster?
Green stuff. Yes.
I didn't know he had an orange kitty. Orange cats have this lovely energy about them.
That's very fun.
They're very sweet, but most of them are very dumb.
Lovely plant eating energy apparently.
I thought one of you was wrinkling something you were eating or something, because I heard this like, I'm like, what is that going? And then I look over and there he is like gnawing on my plant. Like, hey, get off the freaking. So anyway,
He
sorry.
found the brain cell just long enough to start eating the plant.
Yeah, he was like, this is a great idea. I'm like, no, it's not a great idea. Anyway, sorry. So yes, so you put them down, and then what, Alarian?
Like I said, I'd go to advance to back up Maramé as we start ascending the stairs.
Okay.
I actually want to load my heavy crossbow, so it's ready to fire over her head.
Okay. Is anyone
Or
else
why
making
not?
any other additional preparations?
Sticking close to Jayla and ask her what's up ahead.
She says, this will have led us out of that main complex. If all goes well, this should bring us to the city's south bridge. At least, that's where the passages were reputed to go. I have only been taken down here 2 or 3 times, and the last was some years ago.
Once we get there, what is it that you want us to do?
My hope by that point is that the rest of my people, the guard captain among them, will have rallied to us. At that point, they may be able to get us to airships, which will get us from the city.
By the way, this whole conversation is mental because she
Okay.
isn't a link. Do they have code words or anything like that that we need to tell them so they don't like cut us down?
No, at least they should recognize me. Of course, now that we have other code words, I'm not sure what that's going to do to the people who are there. But at least at this point, it's hard to imagine they would all have been able to keep things secret. I imagine they have revealed themselves now.
Okay, well, we'll see what we see.
At the top of the stairs, which goes up a good distance, there is a small, I would say maybe possibly 5 foot high. It's pretty narrow, pretty short, I should say, not too tall, and fairly narrow area that looks almost like just part of the stonework, but seems very obviously that it is a concealed door of some kind. And when she comes up to it, Jayla breathes several words, almost like a prayer, into the wall, and sure enough, the door opens and brings us to a new map. Let me just grab all of you. Actually, you might just be able to bring yourselves. Let me just grab her, though, because that's easier than... Okay. And... here we go. Okay. So...
why is it so
right
fuzzy?
here.
Because it's
A moment to-
foggy down there.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
There we are.
Oh,
I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. First, I thought you were referring to her. I'm like, wait, what? And then I like how Spanner is like a mouse compared to you.
Blah, huge.
I'm big. I'm big.
Oh, yeah, I should get Maramé.
But it was only a dream, Nisiana.
I am tiny. Once more, I
Okay.
am tiny.
Rowan dropping you to a rational size. Valerian is a sizable figure, but not that sizable.
Oh,
And
no fun.
Maramé is not a Titanic Kalashtar, but just a Kalashtar.
We could make you an infant again if you wanted.
Yeah, well.
No. Oh, bueno.
As you emerge from this kind of small fortified structure, you can see that there are piles of smoking rubble that are littering the floor. Laying among that rubble are the corpses of 3 city guards. You can see them face down, their weapons sort of broken beneath them. However, they are not the only people within this room, because also standing in front of you are the following. There are, hold on as I bring in a few people.
Ruin Karnak,
just a few
Lord of
things.
Blades,
Yeah, exactly.
Big Mo, and
Darth Vader. Yeah, they're all
Darth
there.
Vader.
And the Rakshasa, sure, we'll throw him in there. Too.
Thank you. That's That,
God damn it. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. All the greatest hits. All the worst people you've ever run into.
That's kind of a lot.
It is kind of a lot.
Okay.
Making friends and allies everywhere we go.
That's right.
those are not necessarily the same people.
This is true.
Friends and allies.
Oh, okay. He's not so big.
Okay, yeah.
He said.
Here's
look
regular
up.
size. No, just kidding. Okay, so 2.
They each have like crab
3,
claws
4,
on
5,
their-
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Thank you, Turner sisters.
10.
Is there
Oh.
no door out of this place?
Yep, and they're standing in front of it.
Oh, there it is. I see it. I was like,
Oh, yeah, okay.
And farewell, Maggie. We shall miss you all.
oh, yes.
Okay.
Dame Maggie Smith.
Yeah, that was sad. What an incredible career.
Yeah, no kidding.
And who had an incredible career, and then people found out about her. Like, had an incredible career, and that's like in her mid-70s. Oh, who's that? You're like, oh, I don't know, like a really important actor.
The fresh new thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, geez.
35 years to be an overnight sensation.
She used to play D&D with Vin Diesel.
What?
Because,
No, she did
seriously,
really?
on the Riddick movie that she was in, where she was the air person.
That was Judi Dench.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say Maggie. I mean, that's cool enough that Judi Dench
Yeah.
did
But
it. But
Right?
I'm pretty sure at some point Maggie, because Judy played with Vin and played with her grandkids, ended up playing with Maggie
Mm-hmm.
at some point. But I can't. I'd have to look it up again.
And don't get too excited about it. Vin taught them 4th edition, so
oh,
You know
geez.
what? In favor of 4th edition, it taught me why miniature players really like playing miniatures. That is the defense I can give it.
Yeah, the big problem with 4E is just that the combat is like overwhelmingly long. I mean, that's the
And it
biggest
also
problem
didn't
with
scale
it. So.
to epic terms
Right.
in the game that we played.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite characters, Ruella Two Coins, got named Two Coins because she was a halfling who kept killing people with coins, sharpened coins. And
wow.
she would always come in and like finish people off. So they ended up, her name was Ruella, and they named her Ruella Two Coins. And I was just like, yes.
That's exactly what we need. Okay. Right.
All right, so we have 4
here we
guards
go.
people.
Yeah.
Well, about that. This is what I was trying
wait.
to
Oh, there's
find.
5.
There's a
Fuck.
captain-y guy.
I mean,
God.
damn it.
he looks like an elf.
Special. Yeah.
Darn it.
He can continue facing to the south. That's fine. He doesn't have to, oh.
He also looks like an elf.
Well, this could be trouble.
This could be a problem.
Okay. And last but certainly not least.
Sir,
Well, the goth
unfortunately,
goes.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. 4E was designed and hopes to be sold to a PC gaming company anyway. Yeah, exactly. It very much was trying to bring that to this. Okay. Here we go. Last but certainly not
Also an
least.
elf.
What the hell? Hey, it's another bard.
He's
Okay.
got spiky shoulders.
So, in front of you, you see 4. There are 4 armored figures with helmets, so you can't see, what's. You can't see what their expressions are, obviously. And then you have got 2 of these ones who look like, as you say, clearly elven, who look at you with no real expression. And in the front of them is standing Cardinal Torazun.
Oh, Torazun.
And he stands...
We like him, right? Even though he's kind of a stick in the mud. Correct?
And he stands facing you, and he says, so, you've made your way through. I am most glad to hear it. I am most glad to see it. And Jayla smiles and kind of says, as am I, but Torazun, where are the other cardinals? And Torazun says, I have not found them. I'm not sure where they are. She kind of like looks at him and looks back at all of you. And so the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 7 of them there are let's see, standing there, and you notice that the cardinal also, even though it looks like he's got a sword there, he does not. He is holding a mace in his left hand.
Is it bloodied? Just out of curiosity.
I would like a perception check, please.
Okay, I can do that.
Not a difficult one.
While that happens, Tanton makes kind of a clicking sound, and Spanner moves in front of Jayla to position himself between.
Yeah, I'm right.
Got it.
Like
Yeah.
I said,
Yep.
consider me
I figured.
diaper man. I am on her like a diaper.
Okay.
There's no.
Yep.
But yes, I got a 23.
It is bloodied.
It is bloody.
Recently bloody.
I look at him and I nod to his mace. I'm like, and who was that?
And he says, it is difficult out in the city right now. You can hear that for yourselves. And you can hear this, outside.
Tanton, like his grip is tightening on his crossbow and it's starting to come up. And he's like, that does not answer her question.
And I would like from you, give me an insight check there, Tanton.
Dead.
Because basically we are closing ranks between them and her right now.
I know I've cited this many times, but one of my favorite sequences from Fellowship of the Ring, just a little subtle moment, doesn't even appear in the books exactly, but it's where Frodo drops his ring in the snow as they're on their way to Caradhros, and Boromir picks it up and then gives it back to Frodo after Aragorn tells him that, and Boromir's like, oh, I care not, and does the little, like, ruffle the hair of Frodo, and as he walks away, you see, like, Aragorn's hands slowly releasing from the hill. That's basically what I'm imagining. Yeah, Tanton, this does not sound the way that Torazun sounded back in the room. You mentioned, like Alarian said he was kind of a stick in the mud. Definitely, that was the case. This is more than stick in the mud. This is like, something is not right. And he sort of like, kind of like, he doesn't step forward, but he sort of raises his arm slightly, and he says, it's time for you to rest, Keeper. And Jayla kind of stares at him, and then she says, Torazun, you can't possibly... Now, I am going to ask everyone to make perception rolls for me, except Tanton. Tanton doesn't need to make this roll.
Say, if I hear a single spell syllable
Yeah.
or a single thing that I don't like, I'm putting an arrow in his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, we're both the same. Doesn't
So
matter,
I...
No,
Yeah, exactly.
And
Boom, TA.
Merrimay.
Right. All right, so we got perception checks from everyone. I need one from you too, Rowan. A perception check, please.
Wake up and roll.
Poor guy.
Brandon.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you know.
Very fitting.
No.
The dice.
That's
In this
roll
case,
with the
I do
narrative.
not believe in you.
I
Very
don't.
specifically, in this case,
Yeah.
I do not
Do
believe
not
in you.
believe in you. Ilarion, that perception, that first one was for you, second for Merime,
Yeah.
or okay.
Correct.
All
That's
right.
correct.
So Nisiana and Merime, and I mentioned that Tantin didn't need to make this.
For those of you listening at home, it was a natural one.
Yes, thank you.
For,
But
for
Nisiana
Rowan.
is not real. No.
Yeah. You see, you can see this sort of the kind of tightening of his fist around the mace handle, and almost at once he, is about to bring his hand down, and so those of you who did not get that perception, so Ilarion and Rowan, I'm not going to allow you to work on this round that we're about to have, but I will allow Tantin to get an attack off first, and then we're going to be rolling for initiative here. So go ahead and get an attack first. And also, you're firing at him, right? Like the guy.
Oh,
in front.
yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When you say an attack, you don't mean my action, which has 2 attacks. You mean an attack.
No, I will give you your attack action in this case.
Okay.
Yes. I'll give you a bonus attack action.
Okay.
And in the background, Nisiana's like, "Damn it, Mia Tantin. I hate it when you're right like this."
Can't help it. So, yeah. Beak. At your stupid face. 17.
Let's see. That I think is going to hit. Hold on. Loading. Loading info. Yes, that will hit.
Okay. That will be 10 points of piercing.
Oh. Okay.
And for the second, I'm going to invoke sharpshooter for this one. So this will be a -5 to hit, but a +10 to damage if I do hit. And so 15 probably doesn't hit.
15 on him. A 15 will hit.
Oh well.
Woohoo.
21 points of damage.
Okay, so this is actually tremendous narratively. So literally he brings his weapon up. Remember how you told me you were going to basically shoot him in the throat? That's basically what you do. He brings his thing down and just falls over dead. And then all hell breaks loose. I would like initiative, please, from everybody.
Okay.
Remember to touch your
And
character first.
I brought out the turn order. That was quite a run.
Wow.
Tantin.
So he's dead.
Yeah, he's
Gone.
dead. You wiped him out. Was not
Wow.
expecting that kind. He was not expecting that kind of damage like that. Okay.
First one is actually for Merime. There we go. Perfect. Very good.
And now it's on again. Exactly. Okay, so
Damn it. Might be time to change up the dice color, I think, after this. Initiative rolls have just been not.
Yeah, you need to change the dice roll color.
Yeah, I think so.
How about something very, very orange or very, very emerald green?
The sucky part about the palette here, there's only one green color. It's more of a neon, which is really annoying. Well, there's an outlet. Actually, you know what? There's more of a blue-gray.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I'm going to go peach. There we go.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
exactly. Yeah. See, I
Gotta
told you
expand
my
my color
paranoia.
palette.
I told you my paranoia would pay off. Yeah, exactly right. Light and passion. Exactly right. Tantin's paranoia turned out to be true. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see.
That'd be 17. That'd be 15.
The risk of a suspicious nature. Okay. Right. Okay. So we have right here.
No,
Okay.
no, what's going on?
Wait a minute. Hey. He's watching. He's so cute. He's watching Cars 3 after I watched Cars 2, and something apparently has cracked him up.
Oh, he was laughing.
Yeah. No, that was him laughing.
Okay, well, definitely show him Watership Down and Plague Dog things.
Yeah,
No.
that's great. That's great. Why? How could you even? Okay.
Arv, you got to expose them to the classics early.
Well, yes, but don't do it while we're on stream.
And then follow up with never-ending stories.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Nisiana
What's
with
next?
16.
Lassie getting shot.
Alarian with the 11.
Oh, we'll wrap it up with Old Yeller.
Rowan, no, Old Yeller. All right. And then we have
Where the red fern grows?
Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. Why are we citing Newbery Award-winning books from my childhood?
Have him read Argo.
Yeah. Or Bridge to Terabithia. That's an upbeat one.
Oh, yeah.
Gorman
Super.
Cast. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. God almighty.
Johnny Tremaine.
Okay. Right. So, and then Merime. Where did you roll for Merime? Was that?
She's 11. She's right behind. It's in the turn order. Just bam.
Oh. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong. Looking at.
I don't know what you were doing, pal, but yeah.
Well, in the turn order. Oh, okay. It's doing that thing. That's weird.
It looks right to me.
I know it looks fine to me.
Rowan at a 7. I have a couple that were extra for some reason, and I don't know why. Because Nisiana had a 6. You had a 16, right, Nisiana?
That is correct.
All right. And Alarian.
Once I am not sad at going first.
And Alarian, you had a 6.
Yep. Dead last. I'm going to get beat on. I can already tell.
Yeah, it looks like it didn't clear the last. Yeah.
I know, but I didn't see it this time, though. Like, normally you can see if that's the case, and it looked like it was blank to begin with, and it, It did not do so.
It lied to you.
It was like, you will do what I say. And in this case, it means do something wrong. All right, so 16. We have got Tanton with the 15. And Spanner with the slightly less 15.
Because he always goes right after me.
Yep. Yeah, and then... Okay.
How do you make it do the point?
When you click on, you got your character sheet open, and up at the top where it's got the, no, not that. Where is it? Damn, where is it? Yeah, okay. Right where you've got core, bio, and spells.
Yeah.
Click on that cogwheel. And in the center column, you'll see all of your strength, dexterity, blah, blah, blah. One of them is a radio button for add dex modifier tiebreaker to initiative. That will take whatever your dex modifier is, like +5 or whatever, and it adds that to the thing. So,
yeah. And it struck me that I promised you all a 5-minute break, and let me give you a 5-minute break. So just before we do this combat. So you are watching Infinity and Beyond, Eberron Oracle of War. This is Stonefire, Part 4, and this is a combat that's about to commence, although with one less person who's lying dead on the floor with a crossbow bonus roll. If you are liking what you see, please make sure to follow us and support the channel in multiple ways, and we'll be right back with Tren Sparks, with John Helfers, with Jennifer Brozek, and with Brandon O'Brien in 5 minutes. Hang tight and get ready for a combat on the other side. We'll be right back. All right. So, welcome back, everyone. We are ready to go as things are apparently about to get real. Here they were, the King's Citadel. Oh, wait.
There
Windows
you
are
go,
off.
telling people again.
I know,
Hold on
right?
a second.
And it's Roddy McDowell as the March Hare.
Okay.
Sherman Hemsley as the Mouse. Awesome.
Exactly. All right, hang on a second.
Yeah, whatever. We're
Let's
talking
take a minute to
talking
get
amongst ourselves.
try to get this right.
Oh, right.
Wait a
Pat
minute.
Morita was the horse, right?
So, to be sure,
There we go. Fixed it.
Ernest Borgnine is in this production of Alice in Wonderland. But the Cheshire Cat is being played by Telly Savalas.
Yeah.
Who loves you,
What?
baby?
What? Wait, who's playing Alice?
Telly
It
Savalas.
is, no, it's Natalie Gregory.
Okay, I clearly didn't see this version.
Ernest Borgnine is Alice.
1985. Yeah.
I was 15 in 1985.
Thanks.
I was going to say, is like Donald Pleasance in this? Like, you're the
He
Mad
may
Hatter.
be.
You're a number one.
He may be.
Oh, my God. Anyway.
I mean,
Okay.
Expect Donald Sutherland to be in it, really.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Lloyd Bridges, that's close.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Harvey Korman is the White King.
And Kurt Russell is the Queen of Hearts.
Close. Who does he play?
Kurt Russell. Oh man.
No, he's not in it.
Escape from Wonderland. Really?
Mm.
Well, I gotta check
noticed
this out later.
him
I gotta check
in
this
The
out.
Thing and in Big Trouble in Little China.
Yep. Oh man, Big Trouble in Little China.
And Stargate.
I still love the movie. As problematic as it
It's the
is,
exact same.
still love the movie.
Same, exactly. And it is problematic, but man.
Jonathan Winters as Humpty Dumpty. Sorry, let's go.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, so the King Citadel, you are all sitting inside this area. Now, I should say one just quick note from everybody, which is they are standing in front of the doors, but the doors are ajar, and in fact, one of them looks like it's been sort of slightly, the hinges are almost broken, so it's kind of hanging somewhat askew, so that theoretically you don't have to stay in the building if you can figure out a way to get around them. But very clearly, these ones positioned themselves, minus this guy who's now dead. They positioned themselves to try to block the path. And they look all, at least the ones whose expressions you can see, look pretty mean. The 4 armored figures are the ones to go first. And so they are going to stride forward. Yep. Got that big old 20 on the initiative roll. Is what they got.
All right, well.
So they are going to stride forward. Stride forward. Do. Okay. All right. It's going to stride forward up to you, Nisiana.
Mm-hmm.
And is Spanner going to have an effect on this theoretically?
See within 5
Tanton?
feet.
Because you had Spanner move in front of Jayla.
And I'm within 5 feet of Jayla.
Yeah, so I would say yes.
Going to have an impact on what?
Like the attack, because he's going to attack Nisiana, and I wanted to make sure that there was no, there's something I
Is
was.
Spanner within 5 feet of the guy.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, because I think he is in 5 feet of the guy. So that's so I want to make sure he doesn't impose disadvantage or something I'm not aware of because of the this.
If he does it by choice. Yes, he will.
Okay. That's why I wanted to check. All right. So he is going to attempt to hit you, Nisiana. He he swings his greatsword at you, but that is only going to be, thanks to the disadvantage, an 11, as opposed to a 24. I think he'll take the 11 instead. So I assume that's a miss, right?
That is a miss.
Okay. And then his second attack that he tries to do is going to be a 15.
That is a miss.
Okay. So he misses both times. This one is probably going to move up, I think, to engage Spanner. Because Spanner is in the way. Okay. And this is not disadvantage since he's attacking Spanner directly. So that is a 16 on the first attack.
That is Spanner's armor class, so yes.
Okay, and the second one is a 14, so the second one's a miss. So, swings away with his greatsword, and hits with some force. 13 points of damage to Spanner, of slashing damage specifically. Okay. Let's see. This one is going to move up here just next to the rubble and is going to engage you, Alarian. And let's see. With 2 attacks. And we're looking at a 7 and an 8. That's a no thanks.
Well, that's what happens when you fight on rubble. It's not very good footing. And
Exactly.
That's why he missed, even though I'm a large target. So.
And this guy is going to exchange places with his non-armored, well, not helmeted, I should say, compatriot, and is going to come to the side. Can he slide all the way around?
Great places.
Well, no, he's going to keep his back to the wall because if he gets flanking position, it means he's basically opening his back to the person who just shot his boss in the throat. So I think he's not going to do that. So he instead is going to have back to the wall here. I can't get a flank because Spanner's dealing with the other guy, but he will still attack on Nisiana. And this time is not disadvantaged because he is more than 5 feet from Spanner there. That's a 19 and a 24 for his 2 attacks, Nisiana. Are those both hits?
I'm debating
Oh, debating.
because I can make one of those miss. But if somebody attacks Jayla, I can't stop. I'm going to make one of those, the first one miss because Wings of the Dragon
Okay.
pops my, actually, it pops my AC to 23.
So that'll make that first one miss.
Yes.
Second one will hit regardless, though.
That is correct.
Okay. So that is going to hit you for 13 points of slashing damage. Again, pretty strong hit. I think you're at 118 to start this, Nisiana, I believe.
That is correct. That
all right.
puts me at 105.
105, okay. All right. Those are the armored guys. Next up is Nisiana. What would you like to do?
Aura of Life.
I was waiting to
That's
see when
the
Aura was going to
first
pop
thing I
up.
do.
Okay.
Because that means, at least for the next 10 minutes, nobody dies.
Yep.
And if they do, they pop back up.
Someday there's going to be like a, you're in an anti-aura of life or era. What? No.
Aura of death.
Exactly. Everything here works backwards. Okay. Right. There we go. I think that's roughly it, more or less. What's the radius again? I'm sorry. I know I should know this.
30
by now.
feet. 30, the diameter is 60, so 30 feet.
Yeah, so that would take in actually most of this building, I think, because it's not a
Correct.
huge area. Okay. Right. Lovely. Okay. Great. Okay, you do that, and what next?
That's all I can do. It's a spell.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, because clearly moving is not... I mean, you could slide back 5 feet, I guess, but that, disengage 5 feet.
No, I see.
Yeah.
I can't open up Jayla.
Yeah. No, I figured that was the
She has
case.
to
So
be protected.
Okay.
Yeah, because she is the target.
I got you. So that's going to bring us to Tantin and Spanner right after him. What would you like to do, Tantin? It is a target-rich environment.
It is. And these people are attacking my healer, and I'm not especially okay with that.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So yeah, I'm gonna probably shoot at this douchebag
I would assume.
up here.
Good thing that guy was like, I'm not going to lead my back to you.
That doesn't matter. I will still shoot you.
I'm going to beat you anyway. I'm better than you.
Yes, exactly. So Patink for the first attack. That is a 22.
Absolutely hits, yeah.
And that is 13 points of piercing.
13 points of piercing. Ow, does not like that.
And as I'm firing the second shot, I'm like yelling to all of them. You saw what I did to your boss. Back off.
Okay.
And I'm going to fire the second shot.
No.
For 30.
30. Miss. No, just kidding. It somehow goes all the way around and hits the miss. Yeah, no, that'll hit. Yep.
For 11 points of damage.
Jeez. Tantin is
That's it.
absolutely lethal. Yeah.
Well,
Jeez.
Wait a second. Because I'm going to pump an arcane jolt into that too.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
45 more damage.
No, it's not quite that much. Not quite that much. However, because of how Arcane Jolt works, yes, 2d6. 2d6. Nisiana, you recover 9 points of HP.
Well, thank you.
Because I don't have to damage, I can heal with it too.
All right. So you jolt Nisiana. Do you yield clear before that happens?
No.
Okay.
But-
Do tase me, bro.
But what it probably looks like is that second crossbow bolt has a little bit more shine to it, and when it hits the dude, it's almost like some of his life force arcs from him into Nisiana.
Nice. I love that. Yeah.
And
good
that's
stuff.
where he said. That's when he's like, "Back off!" And it's like, or I swear, I will suck all of your lives and put it into all of us.
I will turn this castle around. Okay. Are you gonna stay where you are, Tintin?
He's actually going to step forward
Okay.
to block the backside, just in case somebody decides to skirt around.
Yeah. Okay.
Woohoo!
Sorry. Say again. Oh yeah. Spanner is up next. What would Spanner like to
And
do?
Spanner gonna bite the dude in front of him.
Yep. I imagined.
Because it's just like, no, we are not having this. So, jump it. 21.
Yep. Totally.
7 points of force damage.
Okay. Does not like that.
I didn't figure he would.
Okay, good stuff. And I'm not going to ask if Spanner's going to move because he can't.
Right.
He's just going to stay there and be a good boy. Okay, that's going to lead us to Merime is up next. What would Merime like to do? Merime is kind of behind the row at the moment there, John.
Yep. Don't worry, that'll change.
She parkours over everybody.
I mean, actually, she's just gonna walk. It's just
Okay, so
she's gonna go over here and stabby.
stabby. All right.
These guys are threatening. Don't get me wrong, but they're not that threatening. She looked through her spells like, yeah, I think we got them.
I have to say, as you're about to take this attack, I was thinking about, of course, Marie is French Canadian, and this morning, earlier today, there was a show, a traveling circus show, like an acrobatic circus show from Quebec, called I think it's Kekase or something like that, Cirque Kekase, which is literally the only food truck combined with acrobatics truck in the world. So there's like, they serve you food and then they do a freaking like acrobatic show. And literally they use the truck to like jump off, do trampolines, juggle, like go up to the, and they're all French Canadian. They were really great. Like they're trained at the same places where they train the Cirque du Soleil people in Montreal and all that. But it was like, it was the most random thing. They're just like, and the reason I knew about it is because one of them had gone to my daughter's school that she does, the art school that she goes to, and was like doing all this stuff with like theater and stage combat and acrobatics and stuff. So it was reminding me as Merime was going there and like parkour, and then I'm like, Marie, French Canadian. I'm like, that reminds me of this story that I just took 3 minutes to tell. Anyway,
was it like Cirque Keskase?
Yeah,
Like
KIK. It literally it looks like kick ass, but which may be intentional, but it's KIKASSE. It was really interesting.
They are spelling it differently than
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was really cool. It sounds like madness. It was really awesome, Drew. It was really pretty cool. All right, Merime has come up to this guy.
Wow. 16?
Will not hit.
Well, that's okay with sucky damage anyways. All right, second attack. All right, let's try it again. Jesus, 18.
18 will hit.
14 points of damage, and I think she's going to do a flourish. Where the hell is that? Is it a D10? I got to hang on a second. Bardic Inspiration. Hold on. I do want to do that too. It's a bonus action thing. Where is it? Darn it, Marie. This is not laid out well. Thunderwave. Vicious Mockery. Everything but. I just need to know.
You're trying to find her flourishes?
I'm trying. Yeah, and it doesn't seem to be on here, which is a little weird. Like, where is it? Seriously, it's Counter Charm, Fun of Inspiration. Nope. Thought Singer, Cities, no. Nope. Mind Link, Mental Discipline, Virtual Casting. I just need to, I think it's a D10, but I want to make sure, and I don't know. and I can't seem to find it here. Let me see if it's in the bio.
I want to say it might be. Yeah.
Psychic support. Nope, that's not it either.
Not under notes.
Studded armor, something. Nope, she doesn't have that either. He's not helping me here.
Let's see.
Let
Are
me
we
look it up
talking?
real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
College of Blades. College of Swords.
Yep. Let's see. Flourishes.
I know
You-
she has a flourish.
Are you
that
doing
gives her more.
defensive? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
what you're doing.
defensive one. Right.
One use of your Bardic Inspiration to cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target you hit equals the number you roll in the Bardic Inspiration die, and you add the number rolled to your AC until the start of your next turn. And
There we go.
So I would assume that's a D10 now for her.
Yep, it is. Okay,
so-
that's what I did. All right. She just finds those
Assuming
off
she
the back
has
of her.
Bardic Inspiration left, but I would assume.
She has 2 left. I'm going to use burn 1 here.
Okay.
Yeah, because I missed that other attack. And I want to bolster her because she's going to start taking damage. And I want to bolster her armor class too.
Okay.
That's why. All right. So the D10 he takes a big whopping 2 points, and then she's now at a 21.
Okay.
Till the end of her next turn, right?
All right, and that's an extra 2 points to him as well. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's her turn.
Okay. Right. Okay. Now, before Rowan has a chance to go, unfortunately, Rowan having rolled the critical fail, these other 2 stride forward. Now, these 2 they do as was previously mentioned, look like elves, but they have a fearsome, sort of fierce, angry expression might be the best way to describe it. So this one's going to go, let's see, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, practically stride through the rubble. And unfortunately, Rowan are coming straight at you.
Oops.
Well, that's not
So-
very nice.
All right. So, Brandon, they're about to attack you. This guy comes up and brings down his glaive. So he's got this large weapon that he brings down not once, not twice, but thrice upon you.
Man.
So we are looking at a 23, a 15, and
Whoa.
a critical hit.
Cool. All of those hit.
All of
Cool,
those hit.
grand.
Wait, whoa, including the 15 hits too.
The 15 hits.
Wait, don't you have the collar? The 2 points for your collar?
That's added in. His armor
Yeah,
class is
yeah,
at the highest it
yeah,
can
my-
be.
Yeah. My AC is
Oh.
14.
Okay.
Well, you're within my aura. You'll pop back up.
As a wait, is reaction off of someone's turn, right?
Yes. No, it's when it's not
Yes.
your turn. That's when you react. Yeah.
Okay, yes. Marimay will use silvery barbs on that critical roll.
Ah,
Good call.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
just you have to re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll.
All right. Let's see.
Hopefully, it'll fail completely, which would be nice.
Yeah. Looks actually like that might be the case. 13.
Misses. Just
Okay.
misses.
Yeah. And I
Alright,
should have said it was
um,
about here anyway. That
Self,
tended
and
to-
actually, she's going to give Alarian advantage on their next roll because he's the only one at the end of the turn.
All right.
I mean, he can use it within 1 minute, but he's going to use it. They're going to use it now. There we go. All right.
Okay,
That-
so we are looking at, let's see, 12 points of slashing damage, but when that first one hits you, Rowan, the first one, which was not the critical, when that first one hits you, the weapon that they're using flares with a bright light. And as it flares, you are blinded. You take an additional 16 points of radiant damage from that. Okay. And then, so I think that's a total of 29 damage, if I'm not mistaken, overall. And you are currently blind, Rowan. Actually, wait. You get to make a con saving throw. You can do that first. So first con saving throw.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Con
You take the
save.
damage regardless, but this may keep you from being blinded.
12.
That is not going to do it. I am afraid that you do indeed take.
Wait.
Uh,
I don't have any saving. I don't have any sorcery points for bad luck.
Oh no.
I can Tides of Chaos though.
Ah,
Okay.
Huh?
Everyone's like, hope?
Right, so that's advantage. So let's hope that I get that this other roll is not garbage.
Come on, don't be garbage.
Much
I
better. Just
Hey,
reverse those
that's better.
numbers from a 12 to a 21.
Outstanding. I no
Oh,
longer have to look
grand.
up the full blinded conditions.
It's not good. It's not
Okay.
good.
Nonetheless,
I would
though,
very
Rowan,
much like to see.
it got your attention, though. I think is the way to put it.
Does
Okay.
he, Arv, does he still take the damage?
Yes, still takes the damage,
Yes.
but is not blinded.
Just
29.
Yes.
Just checking.
So that
Ow.
was a lot, all at once. Okay, and just complete, just a mask of fury on this guy's face. Okay, let's see. Oh, I should also mention, when you're hit by this, Rowan, the weapon itself feels almost impossibly cold. Like you are being not only hit, but you're being almost, and you don't take any additional magical effects yet, but feels like you're almost being frozen. This is like incredibly cold metal that this weapon is made of.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, it's exciting. I know everyone is pleased. All right, now let's see. This one is going to move in, and between his compatriots is going to bring his glaive down, I think from right about there. Yes, in between there on Nisiana. So, first attack is going to be a 25.
that hits.
Second is a 10.
Does not hit.
Third is a 22.
I am going to do my wings, the dragon wings again.
Okay. Is
and
that your
bet
last one of
hits.
those, or do you?
No, I had 5 of those.
Oh, you have 5 of those. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so you were only hit by one of them.
Mm-hmm.
That is the good news. However, guess what the not as good news is? First of all, 14 points of damage as you were hit by
Okay.
that one. But secondly, I need you to make that same con saving throw, same flaring effect from this creature's weapon.
Okay.
Oh,
That
Ow.
is not going to do it. I am sorry to say. So,
Nope, I can't do anything else.
all right. Immediately goes back to pull out the information I was looking for in the first place. Okay. So,
Blinded.
yes. So what this means, Nisiana, is you are blinded for the moment. What that means is that you cannot see, obviously, and it also means that you automatically fail any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against you now have advantage, and your attack rolls, if you take any, have disadvantage. You will be able to repeat the con save if you wish, but that will be at the end of your turn, so you know. So your turn is going to be affected by this at the very least. And because you were hit by this thing also, there is additional damage. Regardless of whether you made that save, there was going to be this damage, but that's another 14 points of radiant damage here.
Okay, so that puts me at 86 points.
Yep. Okay, and that's their turn. Just in case.
okay, that's a
Rowan?
little worse. Yeah.
Brandon, Rowan, you are up. It is your turn, and then Alarian is on deck.
Wall of Fire.
I was waiting. Look at how they're all just like honey bunches of oats. They're just perfectly,
Huh?
mhm.
Like, just, can I draw a thing? Like, essentially just straight through here.
Are you drawing it now, or?
God, I was trying to draw it and then it didn't do the thing. Hold on.
Once you let go of the thing, it should show up. Just make sure you're on the paintbrush. Too.
Freehand pen.
Pretty much right through there, right?
There you
Yeah.
go. Yep. Okay.
Yes.
So let's see.
60 feet long, right? I mean, it's a freaking
When it's a straight line, it's 60 feet long, 20 feet. What? Wait, hold on.
God, I didn't think
20
it was
feet
that
high
high, yeah. 10 feet wide?
and 1 foot and 1 foot thick. Yes.
Why?
So I want it essentially right in front. Well, right on everybody there, such that because the heat is going the other way. Elarian, Spanna, and
There we go.
Like that.
Nisiana won't be
Nisiana
affected.
Yep,
are
yep.
unaffected.
All right. The
So I
power
don't get
of
everyone,
fire.
but that one in the
get-
corner
you
is
get
getting ganged
most
up
of 'em.
anyway.
That's right. Okay. They make the dex save now or at the beginning of their or at the now and then at the end
Everyone
of their turns,
who
right?
is everyone who is within 10 feet of the side that is facing them, or in or on the wall, will need to make one dex save now.
What's my DC we're looking for?
17?
DC 16.
16. Okay. Okay. So, really scary dude with a huge weapon atop does not make it. So this guy over here is not going to be impacted by this because he's on the cool side, so to speak.
Yeah.
All right.
He's the McDLT of the group. Yes.
Yes. Okay, the one next to Nisiana is definitely going to fail. The one next to him on the south is definitely going to fail. The one next to him in the south is even more going to fail. And the bad, scary-looking dude, is going to parkour out of the way, although he's on the cool side, I think, anyway. If it does hit it, regardless, he is not hit. So basically it looks like the two scary-looking dudes... No. I guess everyone failed except this guy at the bottom, I think is what that
Right.
means. Yeah.
Right.
All right. So, given that, what are we looking at damage-wise?
Eeg. So that is now 5d8 fire damage, or half to everyone who saved.
Okay. Let's see what that damage looks like.
This is not a very good roll. 17 to everyone who failed, and that would be 8 to everyone who passed.
Okay, so just that guy at the bottom. 17. Okay, there's that guy. And that guy. And then 8 points to this dude. Okay, got it. All right. Okay, good stuff, Rowan. Where are you going to... Now, you are technically engaged by this guy because he has a long weapon, so he's got reach. So, you can disengage from him if you wish. That would be your only movement that you could do this turn. Or you could stay close to him. But the guy who, hauled off and hit you one last turn, who's on that side of the wall, he's still, he's in the wall, but he's still technically got you engaged.
Mm-hmm. I will disengage.
Okay.
So I can go here?
Not if you disengage. You could only go 5 feet.
Or
So
Right.
you'd be like here would be more like it. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. That makes sense. Also, when you did that wall of fire, by the way, the one who has who is blinded Nisiana sort of yells out in pain, but Nisiana's blindness does not disappear. But you get the impression he had to hold on to do that, basically. So, good stuff, Rowan. Alarian, you were on deck. What would you like to do? Or not on deck, you're here. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh, well,
That's right, Drew. It would not be an Infinity Beyond fight without a wall of fire. That's how you know the fight has started.
Mhm.
How many of those you got left, by the way, there, Rowan?
That was. Hold on. What level was that?
5th level spell, I think.
Character sheet. What are you doing? Right. That was 4th. I have one more 4th level slot. And theoretically, I have a 6th level slot that I am saving for something else.
Okay.
If I wanted to cast it at 78 instead.
I have heard
Because
some
I
of
am,
this.
in fact, thinking about just making another wall behind them and just kind of microwaving them in that line. But we'll have to see if they move first.
Right. Okay. Right. What do you think, Alarian?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. The dog's over there. Ugh, I don't want this guy to keep hitting Ilarion, though, so I'm going to hopefully draw this guy over with me, and I'm actually going to attack. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. I'm on the box, I need to draw something. Go away. No. Ah! They're everywhere!
Okay. What on earth?
Do me a favor and remove those boxes, Harv. None of those are germane to anything I'm doing right now.
Suddenly your Starforged is just like,
Apparently,
have some
yeah.
squares.
Ah!
Square attack.
Anyways, I'm going to move down to attack this guy, even if it's an attack of opportunity for me, I don't really care. But first, bonus action, I'm popping my spiked Aegis. So I'm now a spike guy. Then I'm going to move and beat on him right here. There we go.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
And hopefully I want to draw this other dude, even if he gets advantage on me, to keep attacking me. So there we go.
Okay.
All right. Star Sword. So there we go. 19.
That will hit.
Oh, good. 8 points of damage.
Even the kid thinks that's hysterical.
That's right. All right. 50.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and then second attack. Damn it. 16.
That's a miss.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to use my frickin'. She gave me advantage on this one. Sorry.
She gave you
I
inspiration.
forgot I had it.
Oh.
Yeah, remember she, the thing.
Oh, right, yeah, because of silver barbs. Yep.
I'm going to re-roll that one.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
25 for 9.
That will definitely hit. Okay, so total
Through
of...
that.
Total of...
17 points.
Okay.
Okay. Smack.
All right, takes that in stride, does not like it.
I'm sure he doesn't. Too
okay,
bad.
and then you're...
that was it, yeah.
Okay.
Move and...
top of the round, the outside, the walls of this thing shake. And there's more, you hear the sounds of sort of shouts and screaming from outside of this little enclosure. Okay, this guy, who's got a lot of stuff, is probably going to wail away again at Nisiana, who's in front of him. So he is going to make 2 attacks, but the first one is a miss. Oh, but the second one is a critical hit, unless someone's going to try to prevent said critical hit.
Is there another silvery barbs in the mix?
It's a new round.
It's a new round. Yes, we'll do that. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yay.
How many of those silvery barbs you got?
Only 1 left.
Okay. Okay, so we're waiting for you to be like, well, it's a cantrip now. Like, no, what?
No,
Okay.
no, there's only it's a first level spell, sir. I will let you know that, but yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And next, what?
That's a crit fail on the reroll.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so
And she's going to give her sister this time the advantage or the ability to roll at advantage next time. So what her next rolls?
Miss there. Okay, now
He
let's
could
see.
impale himself on his sword, Arv. You could do something like that.
That's true. That's true. All right, now I need to think about how I want to do this because they kind of can't move forward. You know what? I think they're just going to take the fire damage and keep on wailing away. They are.
Better do something.
There's sort of, something's going on with these guys. Yeah. So this one down here is going to take the damage. I think at the end of their turn, Brendan, right? The Rowan is going. The end of their turn. This is when they take the fire damage if they don't move.
Yeah, if they. Right, no, it's the start of the turn. If they move through the wall or are still in the wall when they. Let me actually make sure of that actually.
Because then they're going to stay there and take the damage. They are acting like fanatics because that's what they are. At the moment, anyway.
Right, a creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there.
Ends its turn.
Ends
so
its
it's
turn
at the
there.
end of the turn.
Okay, because it's not entering; it's still there. Okay, so that's good to know. Okay, this guy is going to.
So if they don't move, they will take. But
yeah, he might disengage and come back in, but then he's going to get hit anyway. So I think they're probably just going to stay there. They would not do this if they were rational, but they're not rational. So 16 and 17 to hit you, Nisiana. Oh, and sorry, they get advantage on you. You were blinded. I apologize. I forgot about that. So that first team, we'll call that first. The 2 rolls I made, I'll make that a 17 as the first one then.
Okay, does not hit.
Okay, and the second one at advantage is a 23. Unless you're going to Wings of Dragon it again.
Well, I have to actually read it and make sure I can do that when I'm blinded.
Oh, true. Yeah, anyone that one you could see.
Nope. It says when you or another creature you can see. Oh, no, wait. Me. Okay, I'm going to Wings of the Dragon that one.
Okay. You see, you don't have to see them to.
Not
No,
for
it's
herself.
Just for
me.
yourself. Okay. All right. So that means that they reduce it. Do I re-roll it again, or you don't re-roll
Wait.
it?
Hold on. You said, what was the second one?
The one that would be hitting you is 23.
Actually, it doesn't matter because that would just make me 20. My AC is 23. So I guess I take that one.
Okay. All right. So that is going to be. Okay. You take 11 points of slashing damage from this thing.
1775. Okay.
Yep. Okay. So now they're going to take damage at the end. Well, I guess we'll take damage on all of them, Rowan, at the end of the turn after they're all done attacking their people. Might as well do it all at once. So the one is going to attack Spanner again, and is going to critically miss the first time, and is going to get a 24 the second attack.
4 hits.
Okay. So. And that is going to be a total of 9 damage to Spanner. Okay. And then the last one is going to attack Alarian. And is going to get, we got a 12 and we got a 14. So those are both
No good.
pretty obvious misses. Okay. All right. Now you can roll damage, and all of those guys are going to take, that are in the 3 that just went, are going to take fire damage, Ron.
Does the one at the end have to resave?
Are you talking about this one here?
No, the other end. The one who's like right behind, under me and in the wall. This dude. Right here. Come on. Here.
That guy is not one of the. That is a separate group.
Oh, okay.
That person goes later in the round.
Okay.
What do we got, Ron? Oh, look at that. Oh,
20.
good gravy every time. Okay. So and they
Well,
don't.
if they're not gonna move.
No, I know. Well, and like I say, it would be
yeah.
tactically better to, but they're not.
Oh,
That's not what they're doing.
Wow.
Okay. Right. Okay. Good stuff, Ron. The fire continues to burn. That will lead us to Nisiana with Tantan on deck.
Less restoration on myself.
Okay.
I am no longer blinded.
Not blinded. Okay. Good stuff.
Through that.
All right. I like what I
Yeah.
see. What would you like to do after that?
But to see, but it interrupted the thing that I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to see to do the thing that I want to do.
So now you've at least restored that ability. And the Aura of Light was not related to that anyway.
Oh, no. The Aura of Life is up for 10 minutes, whether I am conscious or not.
Yep. No, I know.
It
Very
is
useful.
not concentration,
Super
which is why
useful.
it's usually the first thing I pop.
Yep. Super useful. Oh, and actually, you know what? You don't have to do the Lesser Restoration, Isiana, because he failed his concentration check. It reminded me that when he got hit again. No. I'm wrong. You would have to do that because it wasn't him. It was one of the 2 other badasses. That is the one who actually did that blinding smite, and they haven't gone yet. So, sorry. Lesser Restoration it is. Okay. So, anything else you want to do? You're kind of stuck a little bit.
Can't do anything else, and I'm not moving away from Jayla.
Okay. So then Tantan is up next.
Okay. I'm going to shoot the dude that's directly above Nisiana and next to
Merriman?
Evan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Doucheborg.
Well, bam.
So
23 will hit. Yep.
for 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay. He sort of staggers back, grunting in pain.
And Canton's like, I warned you! And I'm going to invoke Sharpshooter on this one.
Okay.
And I'm probably going to miss because of just how this has been going, but
Or not.
29
Jeez.
minus 5
Or perhaps not.
is 24.
24.
Yeah, that will hit by a lot.
Okay, and that'll be, come on. That'll be 17 points.
Right, and expires. Hits the ground, helmet slips slightly from his face, and lies still. Good stuff, Tanton. Okay, so now that you're clear of them, you're now free to move. You're like kind of out of the way or around if you wish, or you could stay where you are.
And I'm going to pump another arcane jolt.
Okay.
Into Ishiana.
Thank you.
For 7 points.
Okay, so
That puts me back to 82 points.
Yep. All right, good stuff. Thank you, Tanton. That's it for you, I believe. Which leaves us with Spanner, who's looking hurt, but
yes, he is.
Still biting.
He's still going. Yeah, he's still going to be chomping. Chomping. We make sure I switch this to Spanner and chomping 27.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
For 8 points of force damage.
Okay, and that one was on this one, right?
Correct.
You'll be happy to know that is enough to eliminate that individual. So that guy goes down, or at least goes down as soon as I move the wall out of fire out of the way so that he can... Okay, and falls to the ground as well. All right, Spanner, good stuff. Spanner is, I assume... Now, technically, Spanner, well, still will be incurring attacks, but I assume Spanner's staying in front of Jayla anyway. So that means that leads us to Merime is up next.
And you're muted. No, you're not.
No, he's not. You just had a lag.
Oh, good?
Yep, you're good.
Yeah.
He's going to engage Glaive Boy.
Glaive Boy.
Yep. Oh, but that's not me, though.
His name is Colwyn. No, that's the wrong movie.
Man, if it was that Glaive, you'd all be in trouble.
These guys, yeah.
All right.
30? Yes, that
Well,
will
the
hit.
19, yeah, that's for 7 points.
Yep.
Okay, and then
Oh.
20 for 13, a non-natural 20. Now, wait a minute. Doesn't she have... There's a charge here on the rapier. It's a rapier... Isn't it a rapier blinding that if she burns a charge, she can blind this guy? Isn't that what that does?
Yep.
I believe that's right.
Well, then she's going to do that straight. Okay, blinding, see how much you like it. So, yeah, she's going to use one of the charges of her weapon and blind him. And I don't know how long that lasts. Because, again, Marie doesn't have it written down. So I don't know.
It's okay. I'll look it up and tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
It's a blinding flourish, I think.
No,
it's a weapon. It's a weapon-specific thing.
It's something that
has-
Tanton built into her rapier.
Yeah, that's right.
What's your name?
Yeah, thanks,
Arcanist
Mr.
guy.
Justin.
Tell him what it does. Let's see what this guy's won. Because blind my sister, will you? Which is exactly what she'd say.
This blinds for the rest of his life.
That's right. Well,
It
it's going to be short anyway. So
Just might. Where's my thing? Okay, right. It's a different thing. Yawn. Oh, that was me closing the bookmark thing instead of actually clicking on it. I swear I will get it. Just a minute.
we all are waiting with breathless
Yeah,
anticipation.
I know.
The guy's like waiting to tie the blindfold over his eyes. He's like, all right, wait,
right,
yeah.
Yeah. Radiant weapon. Come on. Searching. How's everybody doing?
How are we feeling right now?
How about those Steelers, Arv?
Hey, listen, I don't think that's going to last, but I do not mind having a 2-game lead in the AFC North over the Ravens and the Bengals and the absolutely pathetic, who deserve every bit of it, Browns, with an 0-3 record.
I always liked
Really
Fields.
feel.
I always liked Justin Fields. I'm glad he's got another shot and is playing well for you guys.
Yeah.
I thought he got a bum rap in Chicago.
I agree with that, yeah.
Chicago, I swear, is in the North. It's where quarterbacks are going to die. I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
it's
the
unreal.
thing, it's the thing about it is that, like, you know, he's a guy that he's still pretty young, and we had horrific quarterback play. So average quarterback play with a great coach and a great defense is a pretty good team. So you know,
and I think he's doing better than average. I think he's doing more than, not just the bare minimum.
Yeah, no, he's been very solid so far. He's been very solid. No, and also your Jordan Love is coming back. I really like watching Jordan Love play. So
well, Malik
Packers
did
do well.
better than we expected, so, which was a good thing too.
Thank you for your service,
All right.
Malik. Now go to the bench.
Yeah. Okay, we're on that bench again. All right,
You got it,
Trent.
Tanton?
Which ball sport was that?
That was football, American football.
Ah, cool.
American football.
Paw egg. Yeah.
Egg.
This was that's what we furries call it. So this was on Mary May's attack?
Yeah.
No.
No what?
No, the weapon has 4 charges. As a reaction immediately after being hit by an attack, the wielder, this would be Mary May, can expend 1 charge to cause the attacker to be blinded until the end of the so it's a reaction to being attacked, not
Okay.
Oh.
Darn
Okay,
it.
well, I've already used my reaction, so that doesn't. All right, then never mind. He just takes the 20 points of damage from the attacks.
I like the answer is just no. What about
like-
this
How
rule?
dare you?
It's like when a friend asked me, "Hey, are you guys gonna watch, Stargate Universe?" No.
No. Nice.
All right, that was her 2 attacks. That's her turn. She's done.
All right. Well, convenient because it's their turn now. So,
She was definitely trying to draw his attention. Not gonna lie.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So the one that is standing next to Merame draws himself up, and his terrifying-looking figure, even normally now, because his skin is burned, and there's just like his hair is on fire, and like there's just the whole thing is this menacing, horrific figure. And suddenly, all of you, I believe, everybody literally in the room that is not allied with them, needs to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
What?
A wave of fear sweeps over you. Okay.
Wow.
Wisdom, you said. Right.
Wisdom.
Damn.
Jeremy
Apparently
is
I'm
first.
afraid.
Sometimes Rowan is actually very wise.
Rowan's like, nah, whatever. Okay, Larry into the 18.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that.
So
I had it on.
first one would be
it was-
14, though. It would be the first one, right? Was that for Mermaid?
Yeah.
Which one was for which?
The top one, the 18 is Mermaid, who we're gonna good roll, and mine is the 14.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And then Tanton, I think. Okay.
16.
Okay, 16. So
Spanner it doesn't say that Spanner is immune to fear, so should he do this as well?
yes,
Wow.
then I would say yeah.
Actually, Arv,
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow a spirit die on this roll actually because I can. Somewhere in here, I can do it and add it to a saving throw. And I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I can't remember where it is, but I think this is a good time to do that.
Makes
So,
sense. And go ahead and
thought
make
so.
the spanner roll as well, Tanton, while you're at it.
12.
12. Okay, I'll come back to that.
Weird that he
There we go. Yes. Okay,
So
I will
20?
take that. Yes, a 20. Thank you.
Nisiana
Thank you.
and Spanner, you feel a wave of fear pass over you. And
Wait.
that means that both you and Spanner are now frightened. Now, the impact
is.
of frightened is
40.
that you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight. And you cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear. You don't run away, but you are going to be at disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls for this. Let's see. Yeah, and here's the other thing. So.
Oh, wait. I get to roll again. I have advantage on frightened.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and do it. Make that roll.
I was like, wait, I'm a halfling.
I'm brave.
I'm brave. Am I brave?
You're brave.
Brave.
Yeah, you're brave. So only Spanner is not brave then.
Okay.
Makes no sense. But all right.
Welcome to Fright Night, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So Spanner is going to be affected by this. Now, for your benefit, there, Tanton. This is going to last until Spanner can get more than 30 feet away from. Once it gets more than 30 feet away from the source of the fear, then he can repeat the saving throw. Until then, there is no saving throw. He just stays frightened. So with this guy. So let's see. That was that was his action.
Crispy
Was to do
critter
that.
at the top. Yes.
And that's not concentration on his part. So that was his action. So now he's going to take more damage from Rowan here. Well, let me think. Is he going to? Yeah,
Yes,
he
yes,
is.
he is.
He is going
Yep.
to. Well, yeah, As it happens, yes, he is, John. Okay, so go ahead and roll
I'm
the
just
damage there,
helping you
Rowan.
make that decision, sir. I think
Yes, you're right.
I think
He
I'm
does.
assisting you. Yes, definitely.
And that's just one of them.
Why is he beating on me?
I can't imagine. Dragon mark. And also, you're right next to Jayla. Maybe that's
Steve,
what
rolls
There's
like
a
this,
nice
I would
there's
appreciate a great
there's a
deal.
better one. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Takes that
Nice.
in stride, so to speak.
So just one of them took that?
Yeah. I'll hold on to that thought because we'll see what the second guy does. That was the first one. I forgot we were going to do that at the end of the other's turn. But okay, this one, it's within 10 feet. You said if they end their turn within 10 feet of.
Yeah, within
Yep.
10 feet of the warm side of the wall, essentially, yeah.
Warm.
Okay.
Which also
Um,
includes being on the
blazing.
wall, but yes.
All right. He is going to step forward, and this is just 5 feet to get there. So he's basically
Yeah.
moving to prevent an attack. It is putting him in not a great, theoretically a flank position, but he will take that
Indeed.
rather than being burned alive. And now, let's see, is he going to try to do the fearful thing? No, I think he's going to try to hit the guy who just is wall of firing people. So he's going to try to hit with his glaive.
+4 to armor class, Rowan. I'm getting really
These
tired
are
of
one of
this.
your things? Okay.
Ooh, grand. Yay. That gives me 18.
There
Okay.
you go.
First attack will be a 26. Second attack.
Jesus
I
Christ.
tried.
Second attack is a 14.
Oh, okay,
and
there
The
you go.
third attack is another 26.
I'm
Jesus
thinking you're trying to
Christ.
kill us.
These
Yeah,
guys are
I
rough.
am-
These
You're
guys
not-
are rough.
At least I'm still in the aura, which means
Yes.
which means that I will still be awake immediately after I
Oh.
die from the damage you're about to give me,
Yeah.
right? Because I only have 24 HP.
19 points of damage from those two hits, Rowan.
Oh, you're up. Good. You got to stay up so I can get advantage. Trust me.
Cool.
This is a good thing.
Okay.
Cool.
Circle around and get advantage on him. So yes.
All right.
So it wasn't 24, it's 26. So that
Just
means
stay
I have
upright.
7 HP
Just
left.
Seven.
Stay upright.
Okay, he is now clear of the warm side of the wall, so he will not take. That's why I'm glad we
Yeah.
didn't do it this way, because he does not take damage now. All right. So-
Well,
what?
as much as I hate to be that guy, that's what, 2 concentration checks for the wall of fire?
Right, yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
not.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
not on him. The only one who was
No.
doing this
No.
was.
No,
Rowan
What
has
that
to
means
make
is
them.
now I need to make a
Oh,
con
because
to
wall fire is
keep this
concentration.
wall
Yes,
up.
thank you. Yeah,
Yep,
that's right.
yeah.
I was so busy thinking about the concentration for this other guy. I was like,
Hey, but my con is +8, so let's see how that goes.
good.
That's like a 4-year-old, buddy.
Yeah, but you only need 10.
That's right. That's right. So that's fine.
Okay. Oh, you're great.
Hey.
That's the thing. You only
Cool.
need 10 on a
All
constitution.
right. So one more.
So,
It's one
so-
per attack.
right, no, yeah, it was another one, yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
Oh!
Now,
But
okay,
you know what?
okay, cool. Here's what.
I will believe.
Oh, she can believe in you.
Do you want to believe in me? Okay,
I will
take your
believe in you on this
instead.
case.
Yeah.
I will take your belief instead, because if this goes wrong, then I need to make a dire request of the DM.
There
Okay,
you
cool.
go.
Grand.
Now, next question for bookkeeping. Does Wall of Fire trigger a Wild Mage search?
Oh God, I hope not.
Right, no. So this is the weird and bad thing. Because I did a Tides of Chaos before, any spell that I now cast triggers Wild Magic Surge. Which is important because, one, I was in the event that Nisiana didn't believe in me. I was gonna Tides of Chaos again, which would have triggered the Wild Magic Surge. And two, because I plan to microwave them still.
That, I
Except
mean, that may not be necessary if they're staying there to get roasted. Another wall's just gonna be a little bit of overkill.
and
I mean,
since,
I think they're gonna go down
cool.
next round.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I mean-
Yeah.
since it's
Okay.
concentration, you can only have one Wall of Fire up at a time unless you twin it.
Yeah.
also trying to have no-
Yeah. No, I
Right,
think
yeah,
they're
that's how I
almost.
used to do those
okay.
things.
I think they're almost dead.
Sorry.
Shoot
I
the
think
guy
they're-
in
go
front of you.
sorry. What's going on? What? Sorry, I heard you talking feverishly, but I
We're,
don't
we're
understand.
talking about you, not to you.
Oh, great.
I
see.
But Rowan
I
does
can
have to
still
make a
cast other spells, right?
Yes, just not concentration spells.
right.
Cool.
Right.
So the next spell I cast will trigger a Wild Magic Surge. So I guess I'm gonna Fireball this guy?
So wait, just to be clear, you did re-roll this. You re-rolled that con
Yes.
save, so
Yeah.
it's still up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're fireball.
Do I
Did you
wanna-
say you're fireballing the guy in front of you?
Or did
That's
you
gonna-
say
that's
I'm not
fire-
gonna fireball.
And you're gonna get me.
Hey, listen.
You're gonna get me. You gotta do something
Yeah.
more direct.
I think
damage
that's great.
to him,
Fireball would
please.
hit the entire building. I
No,
think
no, no.
that's-
Firebolt makes sense.
Okay,
What level
okay.
am I again?
I
Like,
love
see,
that.
fireball-
I am.
Fireball.
I'm 13.
Fireball. Fireball.
13
Firebolt.
makes this 3d10.
Big bada boom, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I am going to firebolt this guy.
Okay.
You just stay upright, sir. That's all I ask of you.
Right. So that is a ranged spell attack. Okay. Cool. Grand.
Oh, she's used Bardic Inspiration 4 times.
Do I have firebolt here already? I do. 19.
Okay, will hit. Yep.
19 fire damage.
19
Damn.
fire. Okay.
Very nice.
And
All
now
right.
I need to make your surge. So that's 1d20, right?
Yes.
Hey, get. That's not a D. 20?
That ain't either.
Need to go all the way to
That was
the
a
other
nice
side.
waste
That would
of
have
a-
been great. Yeah.
Natural 20.
Okay. All right.
I really want there to be a rule where it's like, no, you never need to do that again now. But that's not how that works.
That's not how it works. Okay, good stuff though, Rowan. Now you could move slightly out of. The thing is, he's got that long weapon, so it's kind of hard to move out of the way of his reach.
Stay right where
So-
you are.
So, all right, do you want to stay right where you are?
I mean, I am banking on Illyrian stabbing this guy in the back anyway, so I'll just say right.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. In that case, Illyrian.
Yes. Yes, speaking of moving 5 feet. Hello. Yeah. Alright, and now my attacks have advantage. Whee!
I really think that people who are using weapons with reach, like glaives and other pole arms,
Yeah.
when you get within 5 feet, you should have disadvantage on your attacks because they're just too damn long to try to be,
You could choke up on it though.
right.
Like
Just hang on.
ready. Okay.
So
that-
27 for 6.
27 will
Terrible
hit for
roll,
6.
but it's okay.
Ow.
And
What it sounded like. Ow.
come
Like a
on, baby.
Minecraft villager.
I
I'll
was
take this
just
one.
going to say that.
23 for 8.
23 for 8. Okay.
There
Shrugs it
needs
off.
to be there needs to be an improved critical feat of some kind. Because just
There
the
is. There's
natural-
not necessarily for Aegises who get 60 million AC.
I sense a little bit of hostility.
I should be able to front roll, parkour, and why
Hey,
can't I cast
by
Fireball?
By the way, my armor class right now is 19 because I have selflessly given 4 points.
Yes, selflessly. Okay, are you...
It wasn't selfishly.
no, it's true. Are you staying where you are now that you've shifted into that position?
Yes, and I'm actually going to go to Nisiana that I'm going to contact her like, Rowan very hurt, needs healing. Because I want him to stay upright so I can still get advantage on my attacks with this guy.
That's the real reason.
And that is the true reason, yes. I will never tell her that, but that's the true reason.
All right, you do that at the top of the round. More explosions from outside, and the armored guys, what's left of them,
Actually,
will
Rowan,
attempt to go.
what you have?
First one is going to go and attack. Is going to continue to attack Nisiana. Will continue to
Do I
focus their
still
attacks
have
there.
that +4?
Who are you asking?
You.
No, I gave it to Rowan, not you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you had
Sorry.
given. Okay, so all right.
Yeah.
So
That's what I
that's
needed.
that's a 19 for the first attack from that guy,
Okay.
and a critical hit.
These guys are just critically all over.
Unless you're going to do something like, I don't know, on the arms of an angel or whatever it is.
Silvery barbs.
Yeah, that critical. I'm gonna silvery barb that.
Okay.
And
That is her last one, though. That is her last one. But it
I will
keeps-
also
keeps frickin'
wing
rolling
the
them.
first- the first hit, so I don't.
You're going to
hit.
wings the first one?
Yeah,
Okay.
There.
So then on the second one, the reroll is a 17.
does not hit.
Okay. All right.
Nope.
So clean miss.
And then,
And is-
Desiana, you have advantage on your next die roll.
Thank you.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
and he's going to stay where he is, even though that probably is going to be the end of him. Don't roll for it yet, though, because this guy...
She is out of first level spells.
Okay, this guy is going to move... advantage on Laren. This guy is going to move forward. I'm just doing that to move him. He's going to slide forward 5 feet. I'm trying to think if he's going to go the rest of the way. Moves out of the way of the fire. And I think he's going to try to attack. Our good friend Rowan.
Oh, jeez. No, it's not time to do that. It's not time to do that at all.
You still have the extra armor class, so hopefully that'll come in handy here. But the way these guys have been rolling crits, I doubt it.
16 and 20, not a natural 20.
Ah!
Hey, I still get hit by one of the things. Cool,
Yep.
Grant.
Let's see what we got.
One damage.
Hang on a second, Arv. Nope. No, I can't help but Shield Master. I was just checking.
10 points of damage.
Ow!
Cool. I fall. Doesn't that mean that I automatically fail con?
Yeah, well, yes. Yes. Your concentration
fact,
is not existent.
In the aura, do I actually fall before I get back up to 1 HP? Or do I just...
Yeah, how does that work?
I
That's
think-
a
1
really-
HP.
That's actually a really good question.
Hold on.
Pretty sure the aura doesn't allow you to die, but it doesn't allow you to... I think you do lose consciousness,
You
at least initially.
Drop and then immediately come back.
Right, so
But
that
you
means
do-
concentration's dead regardless.
There you go.
So yeah.
Let's
So
see.
that does mean that the wall of fire...
When it starts its turn in the aura with
Zero
0, so
hit
the wall fires
points?
down. Yeah.
But you'll be up on your turn, which is all that I care about. I mean, that's great. You're up on your turn with 1 hit point.
Okay.
So I still
right.
retain the advantage.
Okay, that's what matters here.
You're
Okay.
damn right it does.
All right, that's going to lead us to Nisiana. You were up next.
Well, conveniently, since I am covered in my own blood, I
It's
take
a
my
sentence no one
blood.
should really say, to be honest.
We say so many things on this show.
I'm going to use a new spell for me.
Ooh!
Uh,
Blood tentacle.
I am going to bane. I'm going to throw blood at people.
Nice.
I am baning both sword guys and the dude in front of me. This one, and this one.
I'm pretty sure they're within 30 feet of you.
Oh, wait.
So.
He laughed. Why did he leave? Why?
Wow.
Wow, totally spoiling your big reveal.
I know.
Charisma saving throw.
Kaylin's like, I'm gonna watch THX 1138.
Exactly.
Like, no, you're not.
No, he's actually been a really good boy, but he's like, can I watch? I'm like, no, like it's time to be getting ready for bed. Mom is almost home. All right, right. So sorry about that.
Take the door, Zine, and
I
go
will
lay
go
down.
back to conveniently. I'm covered in my own blood. I need a drop of blood. I am baning the 2 sword guys and the armored guy in front of me.
We're baning 2 sword guys. Okay. All right. Charisma saving throws, huh?
Yep.
All right. First
I
we'll
mean-
deal with the armored dude. That's definitely a fail. The frightening looking dude also fails. And the frightening looking dude at the bottom, what's the DC again? 16?
I 17.
Yeah, that's also a fail. So they all fail.
Nice.
So all of them now attack at disadvantage.
Wow, okay. That's not what that says.
Oh wait,
Roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled
I'm
from
sorry.
the attack roll.
that's the different
That's
one. Okay.
still
This
can be
is
pretty
still-
good, though.
Oh,
yeah.
still good,
Yeah.
but not quite as good as that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice. Okay, so Bane, and then are you moving
minus
anywhere in
1d4
Nisiana?
for everything.
Still though.
Where's
Huh.
oh no.
Interesting.
And Tantan is on deck with Spanner, which you may already know. A frightened Spanner.
Right. I don't mean to be
I'm
spamming. I can never
constructively
remember which
frightened.
thing does
That's
that.
the weird part for me.
Oh,
I don't know.
I
I mean, like, he's not immune to those conditions.
What?
He is immune to
Fair?
he is immune to poison damage, and he is immune to being poisoned, charmed, or exhausted.
but not
But
immune to being
doesn't,
frightened.
doesn't say anything about frightened.
Yeah.
About being frightened.
I'll look it up more later, but
Fear
I'm pretty... Yeah.
Fear natively as an instinct in the human psyche is a reaction to a thing that a thing can actually be afraid of. What is Spanner afraid of?
Well, you know,
A
the
gilded
problem with
cage.
Tanton,
Growing up in a...
Tanton tweaked his algorithm too much, so he actually, installed the fear program.
You
2.0.
accidentally, yeah, right.
Yep.
It's like,
yep.
There are things Spanner actually does not like. Cool.
yeah, maybe it's just sort of, he's just disgusted more than anything else, right? Maybe he's just kind of like, oh, God, that thing. That's not it, too. It's got to be maybe he's intellectually decided that guy's a badass. And so,
Yeah.
maybe that's what he's done. How are we looking, Jen, Nisiana?
Oh, I have done all the things I think I can do.
Okay. In that
Yeah.
case, I'm going to ask Tanton to go with the allegedly frightened Spanner on deck.
Looking for an answer to that guy. John. I'm looking for an answer to his question.
Oh, okay.
It is one action.
Okay, there you go.
Right, yeah. That's why I hadn't done it yet, to answer your question, John.
Oh, okay. You're thinking about that. This is a Zoom thing, chat,
Yeah.
regarding
Mhm.
the use of that awesome healing bracelet.
Okay, so continuing to shoot at the news board
Yep.
up here. And think 30.
Good God. Yes, that will hit.
Okay. That is 7 points of piercing.
Okay.
And
Continues not to like it.
just because it's so much fun, and I know it's going to fail me immediately. I'm going to invoke sharpshooter on this one again, and that'll be a 27 minus 5, which is 22
Thanks, baby. So,
to hit. Okay, cool. That means I do 400 points of damage. You're welcome.
not you.
I'm sorry. You don't need to feed the steel defender, do you?
Okay.
No.
Right. So 22
That's
will
not
hit.
that's not what Reddit says. It's super weird.
22 will hit.
Okay, good. So it's going to do 18 points of damage.
Okay. Right. So he is.
And
This guy's taking a lot of punishment. He's still hanging in there. These guys are pretty buff.
how hurt does he look?
He's taken a fair number of blows, but he does not look close to death yet.
Oh,
Okay. Then I'm going to Tangent will the last shot, the sharpshooter thing, the spiral of life energy starts to come back towards him, and he just points and sends it over to Rowan.
Okay.
So Rowan will gain
10?
10 hit points.
All right, that starts from 0 there. So that means Rowan is at 10 points. Not in time to save the wall of fire, but in time to save his life. So, okay. Good stuff with that, Tanton. That means Spanner is up. Spanner is currently apparently frightened.
Yeah.
Frightened of something. Frightened of being deconstructed, maybe?
There you go. Frightened of frightened of being called Spanner 2000, the final Spannering. Frightened of being renamed to Socket Wrench. Yeah, maybe that's why.
Possible, but I doubt it. All right, yeah, Spanner is going to
Have an existential crisis.
no, he is going to repair himself.
Okay.
So that's 2d8 plus 5, which is the same as Tanton's healing thing. So that's a 1d8 plus 5. Okay, fine. So we'll just add plus 5 to this. So that's 7 plus 5 is 12. So
Okay.
that
So
brings him up to 24.
24.
Oh, that was weird.
Okay. So 24 total. Okay, love it. And loving it. Right. Okay. So he has repaired himself. That's why he was there. And then he's,
But he's
staying
not
where he is.
moving.
Okay. Then Merame.
He can't move any closer to the guy.
Right.
So he can't advance. And even if he did, he would have disadvantages on his checks against that guy because the dude is still in his line of sight.
Yeah.
But he can say where he is and impose disadvantage on any of these people if they come after Jalen.
Okay. Yeah, and I see the pictures. Bear with me just 1 second. This is going to take a moment while I get everyone back in place. I think that got it. Nope, not quite.
Why are you here now?
That's a good question. It's an excellent question. Okay, there we go. Fixed.
Arv is both the DM and
and
Illyrian.
Illyrian. Fixed. Okay.
So yeah, I had a little bit of technical difficulties. That's why that happened.
That's no problem. Okay, so that's good to know about Spanner. And oh yeah, so right, and you're staying right. Okay, so that leads us to Merame. Is up next.
Right. I can use like a second level spell to cast a first level spell, right?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Can.
Yes.
You can upcast anything you
All right. She's gonna cast Kinetic Jaunt, which is actually a bonus action, anyways. And the reason she's gonna do that because she wants to get behind this guy and do some stabby. Although wait, Arv, actually, let me ask you: if she's positioned here, is that advantage because between her and because he's attacking Nisiana, right?
Yes, he is. Yes.
Okay, she's going to cast Kinetic Jaunt, move around him without provoking any attack of opportunity, screw off, and then just wail at him in the back.
Okay. Makes sense. You can do that. The power of Kinetic Jaunt.
It's actually a really nifty thing.
Okay, make sure you use
All
up that
right,
second level slot, though, if you didn't already.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, you know what? Actually, I think I did. And that is, that's the last one. She has no more second level spells right now.
Okay.
Gonna burn you a lot of them, but it's worth it. All right, stabby with advantage. Let's go kick some 16.
Miss.
I don't think there's anything she can do to up that either. Nope.
No, and
All
even because she has, I mean, technically she rolled it with the advantage right just now, right? So
Yeah, no, that's a 2. That's fine. It is what it is. There we go.
natural 20.
Natural 20.
31 on a natural 20. My goodness. All right.
All right. That's
Max
gonna be 8, 9, 10,
damage.
12. Okay, I don't know why it's 15 points. It says here it's a D8 plus 4.
So it should be.
Wait, D8 plus 4. Oh, dexterity. Actually, it should be a D8 plus 6 because rapier plus 2. So it is going to be 16 points.
Okay.
Yeah. The math is wrong here.
Well, D8 plus 6 would be 14 max.
Sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So 14 to the scary looking guy.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't do anything else. But yeah, I wish she'd hit in that first one. Okay.
Hey, what's up, Crit Twitch? Okay.
That was it. But now she's got the Kinetic Jaunt for the next minute.
Yep.
So.
No, I mean that was useful in that regard.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
So that means that it is this guy's turn. So what is he going to do? He is going to continue to wail away on Nisiana.
With a minus D4.
The focus remains, yes, with a minus D4, absolutely. So it's very important. Okay, first attack is going to be, I believe that is, rolls a 24 minus. He rolls a minus 1d4. Wonder if you roll that or I do. I'll do it.
Which would you prefer?
Well, I'll do it in this case because 24, so 22 would be total on that first attack. Is that a hit, Nisiana?
Okay.
Is that 22 a hit?
Yeah, that will hit.
Okay. Second attack is going to be a crit miss, and the third attack is a 25 minus 4, so a 21 on that third attack.
I think I'll just take it all.
All right, so that's going to be a total of 2 hits then that we're done.
Mm-hmm.
And that is another 18 points of damage.
Okay, so that is
So I think you're at 64. When you're 64, I think.
18. Yep, 64.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
What?
What is this? Oh.
When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, and that target doesn't have this feat, I can use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature, which Mermaid now does.
Who is the you? Like when other like what is this from? Kinetic Jaunt?
No, Sentinel. It's the third power.
Oh.
And he's within 5 feet attacking her. She doesn't have Sentinel, so I get to attack with my reaction right away, which I do.
So
advantage.
Marame has Sentinel, is you're saying?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. And kablamo. Come on. Oh, for God's sake.
Yes.
And she misses. Unbelievable.
Sorry, but good
Yeah,
thing to
well,
keep
it
in
was
mind.
something. Yeah.
She tried.
Okay.
Yep.
So that is the attack. Those are the attacks on Nisiana. Then the other guy down there is going to, I think, yeah, they're very singularly focused. That's the thing. They're going to continue to play. They're going to continue to fire away at Rowan. Okay. So, first one, Rowan, on you is going to be, and his one is also baned, right? Because you baned all three. They all failed, right, Jen? I believe.
That is correct. They all
Okay.
failed.
All right. So the first one,
And
Rowan.
do
on,
I still have the
You have the plus 4
AC?
still.
Yeah, cool.
Till the end of this
Plus
turn.
18.
Okay. So that means the first one is going to be a 19. That's counting the minus 1d4.
Mhm.
Does that hit?
It's gonna hit him.
It does.
The next one is going to be a 16.
Miss.
Okay.
That misses.
And the third one is going to be a 22.
Hit.
All right. Let's see. These guys.
But you're still doing your part.
You're still doing your part, but then
Our robot is roboting.
Right. That is 15 total points of damage, Rowan, I'm afraid.
Cool. I go back down.
Oh, man. Poor Rowan.
I've
Nobody
died
wonders
before.
why.
This doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a very familiar.
Nobody-
This is perhaps the first time that Nisiana actually gets to see the total lack of response that I have to die. Because it's
I
happened
think I'm a
several
little bit
times in the same
busy.
minute now. I'm like, yeah.
Unconscious.
well,
unconscious. Yeah,
Hey, you have trust in me. I have trust in Eberron. It's all good.
it's all good.
Mhm.
Yep, Rowan's literally tub thumping this fight. That's exactly right. Okay, speaking of Rowan, it's Rowan's turn. So Rowan, you are back up to 1 point. I believe it's at the beginning of your turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah,
1
much else.
point. But you are prone, though, just so you know. But you can now stand up if you
I
wish.
can still cast a spell. I
Absolutely.
can still cast a spell's prune, right?
Yes, you can.
Cool. Wall of fire.
Wall of fire, and I know the pictures just got screwed up because John's Zoom broke.
Oh, he has the worst luck.
Jeez. It's just Zoom. Nothing else is crashing. Like, everything else is working.
What that means is you have to update because that's what happened to me like 2 games ago.
But I already did. I believe I am updated. I'll do it again after this is done. So I could have sworn I was up to date, but maybe there's another one.
Bear with me as I try to fix everybody if I can.
Annoying.
Oh, God.
Annoying.
Yes, indeed. All right. Right. Okay. So, let's see. Where was I? So he went back down. You went back up. You were casting Wall of Fire, you said, right?
Yes.
Where is this going to go, though? Because you do have kind of a... This time you have people split on either side. Are you doing it in front of you? Like, because you're all split so that whatever you put it, there's going to be damage to some of your compatriots on either side. It's fine.
That's what
just
I'm
asking.
curious about because it is 60 feet. Because it is 60 feet long. How long is 60 feet? Hold on.
Longer than than the building.
Ah, right, cool. Someone's actually gonna get hit.
Please don't. Oh, God. Don't you?
It is better some of us survive in the aura than we just keep fighting here anyway. And if I fireball one person, that one person is definitely not gonna die.
You don't know that.
I mean, yes, Rowan does not know that, but not knowing that is the reason why Rowan is making the calculation.
Well, you can always firebolt somebody at like level 6.
Hmm.
That is true.
Hold on, I wanna
Level 6 firebolt. Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna do. Can I do this other stupid thing?
You can do
What
any
is the-
stupid thing you want.
Exactly.
20 feet. 20 feet between here will still get either me or Ilaria.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Cool, grand.
Or the keeper of the flame, or somebody. Yeah.
How big is 20 feet? Is pretty big, huh?
20 feet would
Uh-huh.
be, yeah.
And
Like,
keep in mind it's 20-foot radius, so it's actually like I can't. I
40
always
foot
get-
diameter.
Thank you. So it's pretty damn big. Yeah.
Cool, grand.
That's just slightly smaller than my aura of life.
and since this is a 30 by 30 building, I believe.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's about 20 meters. Very, very
The
funny
idea is
fashion.
not to immolate your friends.
No.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Firebolt at a slightly higher rate or something.
Friends.
What's my charisma modifier? Is 3. Cool. Cool. I'm going to.
Oh boy.
I'm having the exact same reaction. I'm going to spend a second level spell slot.
Okay. There's so many options. A
Wow, yeah, that was a
random
really
resource
pregnant
point.
pause there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a second level spell slot to regain 2 sorcery points.
Okay. Okay.
And then
See where he's going with this.
I am going to spend 1 sorcery
I
point
think I see what's happening here.
to careful spell
Yep.
synaptic static
Oh.
Nice.
on Ilarian and I in this circle here. In what
Okay,
should be
now that
in as much of the 20-foot circle here leaning outward
Now
into the wall.
that you can do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Love
All
it.
right.
Make sure you don't hit the
20
stick
foot is
or
so
the
huge.
voices.
Is this really 20 feet? Is this accurately?
That's
20
It's
actually
pretty
pretty
close,
close, actually. Yeah.
Jesus
'Cause
Christ.
each of
We're
us is
fighting
a
in a
5 foot
cardboard
circle.
box.
And each of us takes up a 5-foot square
Roughly. Yeah.
in there, roughly.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So, synaptic
Right,
static,
so-
meaning.
Right, so first, careful spell means we automatically succeed the saving throw.
Yep.
So synaptic static, everyone in the 20-foot radius of this sphere needs to make an intelligence saving throw. And takes 8d6 psychic damage on a fail or half on a success.
Okay.
And then
That's fine. That's fine.
fails will have muddled thoughts for 1 minute and will have to roll a d6 and subtract the number from all of their attack rolls and ability checks, as well as con throws to maintain con saves to maintain concentration on anything.
And these
And
guys
at
who
the
are
end of-
Bane,
Right.
have-
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Their
Right.
saving throws will be.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll your damage, and I will explain what happens to those two. And everybody, and you already automatically make the saving throws, so you don't have to make those.
Yep. We're still taking half damage though. Let's be aware of that.
Yeah, we're still taking half damage, sadly,
Mhm.
which means that I immediately after this happens, I go
Fall
back down.
You just want to. You just want to.
But luckily, this is not a con, so you will just see me wake up and go back to sleep
Oh
on a
my
regular
God.
basis for the rest of the session.
The
No,
aura,
you're
it's
totally
a-
trying. I
Oh,
don't
man.
get my advantage. Thanks a lot. Okay.
The
Well, if
aura
you
of
kill this
life
guy, I
is
won't.
really
I won't
amazing.
care. Yeah, I won't care if you kill this guy.
Woo!
32 for them,
30.
which is
Ouch.
16
That-
for us. I
that-
immediately pass out.
Yeah, 16.
Okay. So
You see me wake up, make a haze of like antenna static right in front of me and then go back to sleep.
So, all right. Well, first of all, this guy grips his head and falls to the ground and expires. Completely.
Good. All right.
This guy also failed his save and sort of staggers around, but does not die, but is has very, as you say, muddled thoughts in the way described.
Now, does the wild magic surge apply to them? Since he's unconscious
this is also
now.
an important question. Yeah, do I still need to make a wild
You
magic
still need to make a
search if
wild
I am
magic search.
unconscious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Wild magic
So
happens
it's
whether you're
repetitive.
conscious or not.
And also, so both of you took 16 points as well, right? So you're
Yep.
Yeah.
Rowan's at negative 15 momentarily.
I just took it all to myself, so I'm at 71.
Got it.
I'm gonna I bypass the armor on that one.
Okay.
18. Cool.
All right.
All right, 18.
It'd be weird if I died and then discovered that I was like a squirrel or something.
I was gonna say it's a wild magic
It'd
search, and you become a
immediately
rabbit.
be-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that can be hilarious.
Okay, Alarian, this is going to be last of, I think, our turn, and then we will sadly have to put the combat on pause and pick that up. Although,
What? All right.
you know,
All right.
next time kind of have to
This
do
is
that.
your fight. This is your moment to suddenly destroy everyone in this room.
Or
Do you believe in me, please?
critically miss.
No.
No.
Jen.
Yes, I can believe in you.
Thank you.
That does mean if they throw something at me, I can't
Thank you.
face it.
Much better.
That's fine. I'll take it. That's 6 points on the first one.
Actually, she'll take it in that case.
How damaged is this guy?
They've taken a lot of damage. They seem still seems not immediately near death. This guy's tough. Both of these
Oh,
guys are
okay,
tough.
I'll second shot. That's exactly what it is. That's not going to do it. It's 12. So.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. I mean, it didn't seem like I was going to be able to take him out of this round anyway. So.
Right. Yeah.
right.
Okay. So I will say, as we get to the top of the round, with this guy looking exceedingly hurt, this guy up here looking fairly hurt, this guy looking a little less so, but still hurt, and a lot of bodies on the floor. You hear now not only explosions, but the sound of horns, as of rally horns, blasting outside the structure in which you stand. And that is where we're going to bring our session to a close. What does that mean? He said doubtfully. What could that be? What will occur? We shall see. I didn't mean to rhyme, but that worked out.
In the middle of combat.
In the middle of combat. I know. I would not normally do this, but I do have kind of a little bit of a time constraint tonight. And
Yep.
and I mean, honestly, the priest going down in the immediate, like literally before the combat even began, was very interesting. Other than that, say again. Yeah, no, you did.
I warned him.
You absolutely. I mean, he has no one to blame but himself, and the person who mind controlled him.
Or if he was still alive, exactly.
Yeah, he said, many life choices that have been mistakes. So, but this is obviously a major fight, which people did some very good work in, and we're in the process first of having to kind of escape elsewhere. So far, Jayla is still alive. So far, the King's Citadel is alive-ish, except for Rowan right now. But
They'll get better.
you've got, they'll get better, exactly. You've gotten a lot of, so far there's been a lot of damage inflicted on this crew, a lot of spell slots used, but you are gradually, inch by inch, making your way out of this doom area with this city under siege. So we will see how that continues. I will begin with Brandon on the right. Rowan, first of all, Brandon, I'm looking forward. I know you have to go get some sleep, so I'm glad you're going to go do that. But some wall of fires, very good good use of synaptic static there. That was a clever use of sort of manipulating sorcery. I love, one of the great things about the sorcerer is being able to sort of weave in and out some ideas. I'm going to use sorcerer points to do this, use a slot to get sorcerer points so I can do the other thing. That's really the point of having a sorcerer, is the kind of flexibility that the magic class provides. So that was very cool. And also, I also liked the moment. It was a small one because this was mostly combat oriented, not RP tonight. But I did like the moment as well between you and Jayla asking that thing about, trying to make a joke with her, trying to kind of like, and again, she wasn't offended, but sort of this moment passing between them about this religious leader at the age of 11 and Rowan, who's very much the opposite of that, right? And sort of this encounter between them, I thought was really interesting. Side note, not a big thing because of combat was such a big deal, but I want to mention it. How'd you feel about today, and where will the lovely folks find you next, Brandon?
This was actually pretty cool. We've gone back to Rowan just being dead. So this is fun. I've realized something in hindsight now that, like, because I haven't, like, very heavily interacted with my sorcery points in this way since, like, the last time we were still stuck in a combat several sessions in a row. And the very interesting metaphor just materialized in my brain that Rowan is literally reloading a revolver full of magic every time I spend a sorcery point for every time I spend a spell slot for a sorcery point. And that's actually very convenient sometimes, which is kind of ironic considering I'm also relearning that one of the things that I like about Rowan as a character is whenever one singular bullet doesn't solve the problem, Rowan will immediately default to how can I get 2 or 3 people to die all at once, even if it means I need to die alongside them. And this room is the worst room for that to happen. This room is my cursed room. And you're gonna learn that still doesn't bother Rowan shallow. So I'm very sorry for everyone. Ilarian, you are very resilient and I trust you.
It was worth it.
So
It was very worth it. Yeah.
As for that scene earlier with the Keeper of the Silver Flame, I think one of the things that I know for a fact about Rowan is, despite the fact that Rowan is a scoundrel and doesn't actually resemble a lot of noble people in the world on a regular basis, one of the things in this world Rowan thinks is kindred with most other people is there are lots of young people who do not get the opportunity to be young.
Yeah.
And this is a thing that is true in the real world too, and I'm not going to be political, but suffice it to say, in that moment I was like, what does a character like Rowan think about the fact that a child just told you that she's not a child right now, while adults, full-grown men, are outside trying to take her life? This is kind of uncool. So suffice it to say, this is going to be a narrative beat that I'm going to revisit when we are no longer fighting. Because one of the things that I think is accidentally being revealed in the overall story of Eberron is a lot of people do not deserve to be in the positions that they're in. And there are ways that they can no longer be in those places. Like, a lot of adults have the opportunity to just decide that they are no longer going to be cruel or stupid, and they're just not making that decision. But the Keeper of the Silver Flame has no choice. And somebody needs to give her the choice to be a child at some point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, me and somebody are going to be jealous parents at some point.
Yeah, no,
just
it's true.
Encouraging her to dance in muddy puddles or some shit. So that's going to be delightful.
Quick note about that. Yeah, I mean, we've like this campaign in general, which is, you know, does what it says on the tin. It is in a lot of ways a tale of war, and it shows you a bit of what happens to so many people that are on the edges of it or directly attached to it or connected to it. Not just even the people who fight it, political leaders, all the way down to people who are just collateral damage in quotes, right? Sort of by the side. So yes, I saw those beats too. Where will the folks see you next, man?
God, what's happening in my life again? I am so tired, y'all. Hi everybody, I'm Brandon O'Brien. I'm a poet, writer, and game designer from Trinidad and Tobago. You can find me almost everywhere on the internet at The Rising Tides, and on my website that is also my newsletter at brandonobrien.xyz. Very soon in person, if you're gonna be at Niagara Falls, the New York side, and apparently not the Canada side, I will be at the World Fantasy Convention doing literally, as far as I know, one thing, which is hosting the my speculative open mic for the 3rd year running at World Fantasy. It's the thing that gives me the most joy at cons. So if you're gonna be at Niagara Falls and you have a poem or want to write a poem and then read the thing, I think that would be really rad. And then immediately after that, as in I get back to Trinidad, we'll have to sleep in the airport for 16 hours and then immediately leave on another flight. I will be at Big Bad Con in the Los Angeles area the last weekend of October, where I will be running a game that is not done yet, a card game that I'm a card prompt based RPG that I'm presently working on that is tentatively called Date Night, which is the card based version of The Moon Wants Me to the Moon Wants Me to Leave You. So if you want to go on a date with a monster and see if she still likes you, that's a thing that I'll be testing out at Big Bad Con. So I hope that that goes very well. I'm very grateful that Big Bad Con just made their statement earlier this
Oh,
morning.
they did. I didn't see that. Okay.
Made their anti-Zionism statement just at the cusp of potentially being subject to a boycott. So I'm very grateful that they have met the boycott's demands. I am excited to be in the company of my fellow designers and especially designers of color. And I hope that if you are going to be in the area, even if you are not an RPGer, that we get to actually say hi, because so many people are in this area that I don't ever get to meet. A Hemtren. And I would like to solve that problem at some point. So yeah, that's me.
Good stuff, Brandon. And yes, and again, for those who missed the announcement at the beginning, all of Marie, myself, and Brandon will be in Niagara Falls, and so we will be doing an Eberron Oracle of War session from there. 3 of us joining the 3 lovely people who will still be remote, Jen, John, and Tren, on that night. So it's going to be a good time, Saturday the 19th. Thanks, Brandon.
All of us huddled around the ARV box. I have no idea what that's going to look like yet, but
I
we're going to make it look as
setup,
hilarious as possible.
Yeah, I have a setup. It'll make it better than you think. I think it won't be quite as huddled as we might imagine, but very excited for that.
Knowing this does not discourage me from trying to make it seem huddled.
Yes, I'm very excited for that. Thank you, Brandon. Good stuff tonight. Jen, good work as well, of course. The Aura of Life, as usual, coming up clutch. Big one on this, plus some of the various heals. You were the focus or the target of Wrath and continue to be. But again, it's sort of, you've been having this experience throughout a lot of the campaign that as a healer you keep getting targeted by these relatively smart enemies that you're facing, and also the dragon marks don't help when it comes to that stuff. So all of that is leading to this. Nonetheless, you've been able to keep yourself moving, and so far Jayla has not taken apparent damage. I'm waiting for the end where you turn around and you're like, so, and Jayla is like split into 65 pieces behind you, like, no, God, how did it happen? No, I'm just kidding. Jayla has not taken damage so far.
I would be very, very put out.
Yeah, absolutely. No, she has not taken any damage yet. So far so good on that score, but a lot of your people are taking some major hits to try to hold these people off. How'd you feel about tonight? Where will the fine folks find you next?
It's been interesting. First question, how many concentration spells can I hold at a time?
1 can be up at a time.
Okay, that's good to know.
There was an artifact level item called an Ioun Stone, which would allow you to hold a concentration.
Yeah.
But they
Love the
kinda
Ioun
got
Stone.
rid of
Okay,
it.
but
No.
that does affect what I'm going to do next, because I had plans and then I went, oh wait, that's a second concentration spell, and I think I'd rather. I have to think about these. To piggyback off of Brandon, the whole time I've been having this fight, all I have been thinking about is, Jayla, this is not your fault. That is the thing that I have been thinking, and that is the thing that I have put in my head that I absolutely need to tell her. She is a figurehead and she is doing the right things, which means she is a target. I honestly don't think they're trying to kill her. I think they are trying to get control of her, and right now the King's Citadel has control of protecting her. And I'm kind of angry about it because I saw the whole thing with Brandon, with Rowan. And she is 11 years old, and she needs to be told that this is not her fault.
I have all of you in this call, and many of you in chat who may have read my novels, will know that I have a certain sympathy for young religious leaders who are put in difficult positions that are not of their own choosing. And so, yeah, with you, I agree.
And this is a thing that it may even be leaking out through the psychic link right now because Jayla is in it. But the more that this happens, the more angry Nisiana is getting, which is why she's starting to use the banes and the heart, the inflicting.
Nice. Yeah.
It is a slow change to her character. That between that and her Baron telling her she needed to start harming people as well as healing people, that is a thing that she is thinking about. But right now, she's feeling very protective of an 11-year-old girl. Yes, different religion, icon of that religion, does not matter. She's still an 11-year-old girl.
Yep.
So I've got that going on. Got some choices to make. I'm looking at some spells going, oh, is she gonna do that? Oh, that's a lot more. That's necromancy. That's a lot more necromancy. Oh, that's really gross. There's a certain spell that I'm looking at called harm that I can do.
Yeah, harm.
Since I can only have one concentration spell up at a time, and I have to decide that or spiritual guardians and such. So
necromancy would be dangerous. No bones about it. Nice.
it is, and
well
it's
done.
just one of those. This is one of those perspective changing fights for this character. It's a lot. It's very introspective to me as a player and as a writer, that I'm really trying to think of how she's going to deal with this, because I don't want her to lose the heart of who she is, and I don't think she will.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I'm very annoyed at you for finishing cutting this fight
Sorry.
in the middle.
Sorry, but I have to be responsible to everybody.
Otherwise, I had a very good time. I am missing Marie because, it's Marie. John isn't doing too bad of a job, but still.
I ain't Marie. There's no one that can replace Marie.
I mean, she comes with a certain je ne sais quoi.
That's quite literally true.
That is true.
And certainly John ne sais quoi.
Yeah, but I will be online. I think the next time I'm reading for Dear Pen Pal, if you're part of that Kickstarter. I am going to be on the thing on the 19th. Otherwise, I am most active. I'm Jennifer Brozek, everywhere online. If you want to see more of my cats on Instagram, it's Jennifer_Brozek. Otherwise, Blue Sky and Facebook are the two places where I'm most active. And I also have a brand new website that works. If you're not on my newsletter yet, please sign up. You get free fiction once a month because my PA makes me do it. You get stuff about what's going on in my life. And there's a lot right now. There's a whole lot. So I will try and keep everybody up to date. Otherwise, I will see you guys on the 19th.
Good stuff. Thanks, Jen. Moving right along. Again, we will have, let me get to, I was looking at the wrong picture. I was going to say Marie and then John, but John the Marie. John, good stuff tonight as well. Obviously, Ilarion doing the usual, like literally tanking in a lot of different ways. And then also, as we said, good work with Merime as well, Jaegering her along. Even if we cannot replace Marie, it was good that you did not kill off Merime this game, so that was good. How did you feel about this game session tonight, and where will the fine folks find you next?
So once again, and I think I deserve credit for this, although it's primarily because they were trying to geek the healer, Merime got through this combat with 0 damage. She literally did not get hit once.
Oh, it's true.
So, yep, there you go. I mean, again, but she was mad because they were trying to beat up her sister.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
It was fun. Actually, playing her character is fun, but of course, no one can do it like she does. So I'm just, doing the best I can. And yeah, Ilarion as well, doing the tanky thing, trying to protect Rowan, and they had no idea Rowan was that squishy. And you knew it was squishy, but holy cow, that's even with 4 points, which usually 4 points makes a fairly big difference for just about anyone. But it's like, granted, this guy is like crazy good with his glaive ability, whatever he's doing. So I was like, damn, I might have to give him. I should have probably given him the other ability where he could like transfer damage to my armor. But that's the thing where I have armor at full power, and since we do have the aura up, it's not as big a deal. I mean, it's a deal, don't get me wrong, but a lot of fun. Yes, I'm also mildly annoyed that we had to stop in the middle of combat, but understand why we had to do it. So I will be, part of the reason it's going to be a little tricky on the 19th, I will be at Gamehole Con, the con with the most unfortunate name in all of gaming, I think, in Madison. But I plan to bring screens and computers and everything and log in. I should be here to play anyways, just be on the road, so that may be a little tricky. But I plan to be here because I want to finish the combat, and I don't like missing sessions. I'm very, very against that. So the 19th, like I said, a little challenging, but shouldn't be too difficult. Otherwise, this was great fun, and I can't wait to do it again with all y'all.
That's good stuff. Thank you, John. Good work today. And again, good work with Maramé. And speaking of Maramé Marie, we will have with us the Power of the 19th will join us. We will try to get 2 in next month if we can. But the first one would be, we'll see how that goes. But may or may not involve Marie the other time because, again, Marie's got CanCon. But after CanCon, which is first weekend of November, everything will settle in again. And we will have, should be able to get, I hope, 2 sessions pretty much all the months forward up until closing through ArvCon and then on into the summer, where at that point we'll be closing in on perhaps a big announcement about something in terms of an event regarding this crew, but I can't make that yet. So anyway, but if you want to know more about Marie, you should definitely check out all of the various places that you can at Marie Bilodeau. And we will have, as I said, we'll have Marie and Brandon and myself in one place and the other 3 in another on the 19th. Last but certainly not least, Trent, good work tonight too. Again, like 30, 22, 35, 68, hike. There were a lot of big rolls that Tanton was getting. And as was said, it really did kind of, I was like, that was very appropriate that you're just like, I'm going to shoot this guy dead the minute he starts to do anything. And then just, because, I mean, listen, if an actual priest in 5e terms could have done some serious buff work until you eliminated that as an issue. And then it was just straight hand-to-hand knife fighting, as they say in Lord of the Rings. So, but there was good stuff there. And also good management of Spanner, who, although Spanner is apparently frightened still, is still up and functional, despite being hurt so far. So some pretty good stuff there one way or the other, and I'm excited to see how Tanton manages things in the next session. For this session, how'd you feel about it? Where will the fine folks find you next?
It's good. I'm delighted that we cut in the middle of the fight. I think it's fantastic.
Sorry.
Responsibilities.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, this gives you more time to put together your sound booth. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know what I did to my right leg, but where the ball and socket joint, where your femur joins in with your pelvis, it's like a caltrip has gotten caught in there now.
Oh.
And so it's like when I'm like walking, it's like, but if I walk for just a few minutes, it fades pretty fast. So I'm like, okay, something has gotten tweaked in there and it just needs to I just need to stretch it out a little bit and it's fine. It's just when I sit here for a few minutes that it starts to,
oh no.
It'll be.
Do you have a standing? Don't you have a standing desk? Did I dream that?
This is a standing.
This is a standing desk, but it doesn't help you.
He just never stands.
Well, no, I've seen him stand.
Yeah, I've done it. I do it a lot when we have like our 8-hour,
the big thing.
Like
yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was just curious. Yeah, okay.
And I do, and now that I don't have the portable sound booth here, because if I were to hit level 4 and this thing were to go up to right, it would hit that and knock it over. But now that it's not here, there's nothing to block it except for the fact that I've got like 800 pounds of books sitting on this thing, because every now and again I have to grab one of them off the pile and say, and so it's like, because I don't have a bookshelf here, so I don't have anywhere to put these things. Anyway, so where will people see me next? I don't know.
I have no idea. But certainly you'll see. We will see Tren on the 19th, one way or the other, if not before then, of October.
Okay. Right.
If not before then.
And in that case, that means that after this we're done, I can go and shave and get all this crap out of my face.
Oh yeah, I was getting to the point.
Have time to grow back.
This is the point typically where you start to get annoyed with it. Was somewhere around here. So yes.
Yep.
It was great work, though, from everybody today. I am very excited for what happens next and the aftermath, what happens after this combat. But I want to thank the amazing people in Infinity and Beyond. Can I get the chat some love for Trent Sparks, for the absent but not from our hearts, Marie Bilodeau, be back next month, for John Helfers, for Jennifer Brozek, and Brandon O'Brien. As always, crew, wonderful work to the King Citadel, and I will see you folks next month. Bye for now.
Bye.
All right, so that is going to do it, folks, for us for this evening. Normally, we would stop around now, and then we'd have intros and outros, and we'd be going a little bit later on. But not today, because I got to go make sure that my kid gets to bed. We had a little bit of a change around in terms of scheduling. So I do not like to stop in the middle of combat either, but that was just kind of the way things worked out in this particular case. So if, on the other hand, but not on the other hand, if you liked what you saw and heard, I hope you will follow the channel. I hope you will check out our YouTube at !ArvTube. Discord is !ArvCord. Twitter is !ArvTweets. The website, arvinelleron.com, !ArvTalk for the TikTok as well. On the website, don't forget to check out Hearthglow, our podcast that is covering the ground between Return to the Forbidden Library and Beyond the Forbidden Library, both of which I wrote with Carlos Hernandez and C.S.E. Cooney and Adam Petrosino and Zach Clay. And also, speaking of Zach Clay, check out our Gen GM show as well, which is GM and DM tips from 2 separate generations. So please do that. If you haven't already done so, please make sure as well. Okay, sounds good, baby. And I'm going so let me see. Crazy gets. Okay, where was I? GMs, yes, arvinelrun.com. Financially, !Arv Shop, that's our merchandise area. !Arv is the Patreon. Don't forget as well about subbing to the channel. Those are all really useful and important and really help us out. If you haven't already done so, please consider checking out on the publishing side, !Icarus, my graphic novel from Athos Arts. !Library, my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library. That's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And Greyshade, my Grey Assassin trilogy from Athos Arts. Greyshade, Renegade, Heretic. You can get at that link. You can get the audiobook of Greyshade from our very own Trent Sparks. You can get as well pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade. One of the reasons I'm sorry to say that Brandon O'Brien has been up so much is doing all that amazing work. But you can get that at that link too. Again, with !Greyshade, you can pre-order that now. Will be out late this year, early next year. And as always, !BLM, Black Lives Matter. Important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide and prevention. Very important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And !Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage. And send the message we will do so for others in that situation in the future. No raid today. I got to get going. Thank you all so much. I will be back on Tuesday with Beowulf, Age of Heroes with Tari Tunes, and more of this campaign and more stuff in general. Star Wars TTRPG debut, other things happening next month as well. Thank you to my wonderful mods, Drew the Damager, Prince Justin, the Rising Tides, best mods in the business. Thank you to Triffit for being here earlier as well. Thank you to my Patreon supporters and subscribers, Drew, Prince Justin, Crit Twitch. Thank you to my viewers. Thank you to B Trader, to Black Fury, Dragon Spear, who was lurking but also was an awesome mod, and Patreon supporter, etc. Thank you to Gon Eden. Thank you to Jagtress, Light and Passion, Mrs. Dunsel, and Nonstop, also subs, also lurking. Thank you to Radio Johnny Panda and Trending as well. And special thanks again to that Infinity and Beyond crew. Thank you to John. Thank you to Jen. Thank you to Trend. Thank you to Brandon for being awesome. That's it for me. Much love, everybody, and everyone be good to each other. I'll see you folks on Tuesday as we move into the month of October. Until then, everyone be good to each other, and have a good night.
Most folks in Eberron live their lives hoping to survive and protect the ones they care about the most. A few do that and more, trying to help those around them, even the ones they don't know. But only one group does all that when no one else can. The King's Citadel. The ones who do the job no one else can do. Eberron, the Shield. A star-forged Aegis whose strength lies in their shield, their armor, and their will to keep the Citadel and its mission safe. Merime, the sword. A Kalashtar bard whose dreams have grown more troubled, the sight of her future grown more dim, but whose skill in battle, wisdom in counsel, and love for her sister and the citadel has grown even stronger. Tantin, the brain. A dragon-marked human artificer whose jovial demeanor conceals a deep curiosity, razor-sharp intellect, and long memory, with knowledge of what he did for the last war and what he can or must do for the next one. Nisiana, the heart. A dragon-marked halfling healer whose love for her sister is matched only by her desire to help and heal the members of the citadel, even as the threats they face grow stronger and stranger, and even if she herself can't know where the next path might lead. Rowan, the wild card. A human wild magic sorcerer who's played a dangerous game for most of his life. Now he's gone all in to save his friends. But will he have the chips to pay if his bet is called? These 5 elite operatives came together to aid the salvage outpost of Salvation, where the Grey hovers nearby, a threat and a promise. With the Oracle of War, they found an artifact powerful enough to end a war, or begin one. They traveled to Sharn, City of Towers, and started to unravel the Oracle's mysteries while stopping assassination attempts from the Emerald Claw and the Nation of Thrain. They found Sky Blue, the daring thief somehow tied into the ancient draconic prophecy, and stopped the Claw operative Erulin Karnak before traveling back to Salvation and into the Grey to take down the repurposed Conclave outpost, repel a war-forged invasion, and take the fight to the Lord of Blade's secret fortress, Razorcrag. They found an elemental forge of great power and rescued both hostages from Salvation and the maker of the Oracle of War himself. But the cost, and Braelish soldiers and the mighty floating fortress Argoth taken by the Lord of Blades himself, was high. Now the King's Citadel must widen their world, traveling to the neighboring countries of Karnath, Thrain, and beyond. They've saved Salvation, navigated Sharn, and neutralized Razorcrag. But can they learn the Oracle's secrets, unmask the Emerald Claw, and stop a war? Only if they remember that in the end all they have is each other and the King's Citadel. Long live the King. Welcome to Eberron. Welcome to Corvair. Welcome to the world beyond Salvation.